Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Team Gap League. I am Crewman44. Joining me tonight, of course, is going to be Soviet. We are going to be bringing you the exciting finale of the Gold Spotlight series here in the Team Gap League. Soviet, are you ready for some action tonight?
Yeah, should be good.
Excellent. We do have, of course, our two teams going up against each other in the finals here. It's going to be the meme team of dreams versus team sitting on warts here in this best of five. So it definitely should be an exciting one. Of course, the side of team sitting on wards were a little bit more dominant and on their side of the bracket there, taking out their semifinal opponent in 3-0 fashion, as opposed to the 3-1 achieved by the side of Team Meme over here. But Soviet, what are your thoughts on these two squads before we dive into the action here tonight?
I think it should be pretty even. What?
Go on, Soviet.
No, yeah, sorry. No, I think it's gonna be pretty even. I think the 3-1 is, it's pretty close to the 3-0. They had an opportunity to 3-0 it. But just stuff happens.
Yeah.
No, I think that these are definitely the two best teams. Like, nobody cheesed their way into the finals or anything like that. So I think it's going to be a good game.
Well, let's certainly hope so here, Soviet. I do expect that to be the case, as we are now into the champion select phase. Go ahead and take a look at what these teams are prioritizing. Got Zillion and Katarina hitting the bench so far. I am a little bit interested here. So from my perspective, I really feel like the bottom lane for the side of Team Yellow is really the strongest point that they have on the map, generally speaking. And that is supported by the MVP votes as well. Cheta and Agassi were the two members over there on Team Yellow that did make it through onto that MVP ballot. And, we saw in their semifinal and even prior to that as well, they had a very high focus in the Champ Select phase on some specific champions. And there we see one of them getting banned out here. The Zac has already been taken away from Javi here by the side of Meme Team. So he will not have that comfort pick available in the jungle position. The other pick I'm kind of watching for here, Soviet, is the Morgana. Seems like something that team sitting on wards pick up for Agassi whenever they do have the opportunity to do so. I wonder if it's going to be the last ban here.
It could very easily be. Morgana is a pretty highly contested. She's like the most highly contested support. Yeah. Mage, or like, I guess, sort of enchanter in the league. Seraphina's mainly is usually played in this league in either mid or as the AD carry. So Morgana ban, it makes sense.
Yeah,
and Braum is weird. Braum is so incredibly popular in this league, and nobody really seems to play Nautilus or Leona, but boy, do they love Braum.
I guess we also love Nocturne, who has been first picked here by the side of Meme Team. Chobi has showcased some pretty, wide variety in the number of different picks that he can bring out. But Nocturne, certainly something that we expect him to be performing pretty well on here, Soviet.
Yep. Any counter jungle. This is great for Chobi. He's not getting 4 or 5 bans thrown his way in this draft. So he gets his pick of champions, and he likes Nocturne, and so it's a carry jungler that you can pop off on. So it's definitely one of his style of champions.
Yeah, and we saw in Meme Team's own semifinal over there against Team Exiles. Team Exiles tried to ban out Chobi. They were throwing 4, even 5, all 5 bans at that jungle position,
and he
just didn't really end up mattering.
Yeah, he's still massive. It was this massive jungle gap every single game.
Definitely don't mind the draft strategy from Team Yellow here to just kind of let him pick whatever he wants. But, it could still come back to bite him here as Varus and Trundle locked in for the side of Team Yellow. Where do you expect this Trundle to go? We've seen recently internationally, the Trundle has been flexed in a number of different positions.
I would be the most shocked I have ever been in all my months casting the Gold League if this was a support Trundle. I would be beyond words shocked if it was a support Trundle. So I think it's going to be a jungle Trundle.
Okay, all right. So most likely the Trundle in the jungle here for Javi, but we will see. as Tristana Leona locked away here for the meme team, most likely going into the bottom lane
Leona.
there.
Although playing Leona, that's very exciting.
You were just talking about Leona.
Yeah.
Your wish has been granted, Soviet. We've got a Leona here in game number 1. And the Tristana likely to be paired along with it, although could still be flexed into the hands of Duckmark there in the mid lane. It looks like the last pick of the first round here of picks is going to be the Janna for Agassi down there. So definitely not going to be that support Trundle.
Yeah, that man. Of all the choices, Janna is not what I would have expected.
Yeah, it's definitely not a champion that's too meta right now. It's not something that we see very often.
Especially with the Varus, like Varus is just gonna die. Like he's just like even from what we just see, he's gonna get Nocturne ulted, he's gonna get Leonid, and he's just dead.
Like Janna has multiple tools for disengage. Nocturne only has one spell shield. You know, he can spell shield the R or the Q, but he can't spell shield both, assuming Agassi lands both.
Yeah, I mean they could even go on the Janna. I don't know. Just these squishy enchanters, especially Janna, who hasn't gotten it. Like if you want a squishy enchanter, like the new Sona would have been a much better choice. Like the new Sona is crazy.
Yeah. The Sona rework currently live on this patch, of course. What are we on right now? 11.16, 17? Forget.
16.
16, yeah. Sona did get that little rework where she gets permanent stacking ability haste, which is of course pretty powerful.
Up to 60. It's 60 ability haste for her QWE.
Thank you for that clarification there. But yeah, not what we're going for here this game. Agassi opting for the Janna instead. We'll see how it works out for him. Janna. One thing that Janna does very well is peel. So, you know, if Nocturne and Leona are diving in there, if Agassi plays it well, I could see the Janna pick working out well for them.
Sure. I guess. I don't know. I don't see it. I would like...
All right.
Show me.
Your casters are a little divided on the Janna pick.
I like to see new things. So, I mean, you know, show me that this isn't, you know, a troll pick. Not the Trundle.
We'll see how it goes. Right. Yeah. How many trolls are on Team Sitting on Wards? We have to find out. That's why we play the games. As we have finished up the second round of bans here. Yone and Malphite banned away by Meme Team, and Nivea and Fiora taken away by Team Yellow. They have locked away the Graves now here as well. So likely going to be a solo lane Graves here, wouldn't you say, Soviet?
Yes, I definitely think so.
I believe it is something that Decomposition has actually brought out here in the past already as well.
Yeah, I think all of both of the top laners, and even Aaron from the semifinals, we're all playing Graves.
All right, we'll see who is going to be getting their hands on the Graves this game. Veigar, locked away here. So there is some magic damage, which is something that Meme Team did need.
Yep.
Let's see what their last pick is here. Most likely going to be the top laner.
Top laner? Yeah, I don't know. Just some stupid tank.
Yeah.
Could do Mundo. Like Mundo's some AP, and he's pretty good.
There it is.
Oh
wow.
All right.
So the Meme Team really just adhering to the Church of Soviet right now in this first Champions Select phase.
Chill out. They have a Veigar on their team.
Oh, okay. All right.
I love everything but the Veigar.
All right. Well, we will see here. They've got some solid front line with the Mundo Leona and some hyperscalers with the Tristana Veigar. So a pretty well-rounded composition here out of the Meme Team. And Team Yellow.
I don't hate the Veigar as much. In a world where the mid lane is going to be Xerath versus Veigar, I don't hate Veigar that much.
It is indeed the Xerath that's been locked away as the last pick here for Team Sitting on Wards. So going to be the mid lane Xerath for Decomposition. Graves likely going up towards that top side into the Mundo, which doesn't really seem like a very good matchup for Graves, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would just, I always am on the side of the tank. Like, I just want my top laner. Like, if my top laner is 0-0-0 by, like 15, 20 minutes, like, I don't care. I just want you to farm and never die and just do your thing.
So how would you have felt, Soviet, if we had seen, instead of the Xerath, if we had seen the Graves go into the mid lane against the Veigar, and then we saw something else in the top lane for Fridge.
I mean, probably. I mean, better. I obviously don't know what Fridge plays. I mean, I could have sworn he plays tanks. I'm pretty sure in the semis he was on tanks.
Yeah,
Did he play Ornn a couple of times?
I think he did. I think you're right.
I mean, that would have been a lot better. I guess they wanted. I mean, they want AP here. So they want a mage.
True, yeah. They needed AP. They could have gone like Mordekaiser or like.
Yeah. I think I prefer this configuration to ever choosing Mordekaiser.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. Man. 1,300 gold for your champion not to work.
We were wrong. Okay, so it's going to be Graves in the jungle, and it's going to be Trundle into the Mundo. This makes a lot more sense, actually.
Sure,
for
yeah.
Team Yellow.
Yeah, I don't know if this is. I don't think they were planning. I feel like they were planning to Trundle jungle until they had the Mundo on B5. Yeah,
we just completely forgot that Graves could go into the jungle, or at least I did. So
no, I mean he's he's much better as a laner right now. So.
But it's still viable in the jungle.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yep. It's Duckmark's Viger. I don't think I've ever seen him play Viger.
Yeah, we are gonna see it now, so it should be fun. Going up against the Xerath, it's. I mean, Xerath is gonna have the range advantage, right? And they both scale pretty well. I don't know. What do you think of that mid lane matchup there, Soviet?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. I guess. I mean, like it honestly it comes down to like if you're dodging Xerath's abilities.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like every single versus Vigar lane, even when he's support, it comes like he is not going to he is just not going to hard win any matchup if you like dodge 50% of his abilities. It's
sorry, who's not going to win?
I do like Xerath just straight up will not win if you dodge like 50% of his abilities.
Yeah.
So and if you just don't get poked down and Vigar doesn't really have any movement, but like if you have any movement or any predictions or what have you, like just don't get hit. It's
sure.
So easy.
It's that easy. All you have to do is do damage to them and don't let them do damage to you, and you win the game.
Right. Exactly.
Simple.
Yeah. I mean, with Vigar, you don't even have to deal damage to him. It's like as long as you just don't get hit and like farm with your you farm like with your Q. If Xerath is like spending all of his time winding up trying to like get poke onto you, he's not CSing.
Theoretically.
Yeah. Oh, I mean you just have to position yourself, right? Like if you just don't play within the minion wave, then you just you literally can't do damage to you.
Yeah. Could look pretty good here. Definitely going to be interesting to see how that mid lane matchup plays out. But the story for Team Yellow, I do want to come back to the bot lane here. It is an interesting pairing with the Varus Janna. It's something that I imagine they should be able to play pretty safely into the Tristana Leona that's been drafted by the meme team here. But for the side of Team Yellow, having a bot lane coming out of the Champ Select phase here that you expect the Varus Janna to be on the back foot here. Like, they can't really compete with the early game power or something like a Tristana Leona. So having your strongest players in a losing lane seems like I'm maybe a little bit worried for Team Yellow here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to like, the other side of the coin there is, since they're your strongest players, if you if they really want this Varus Janna, if they have some grand plan for 5v5s that includes Varus and Janna, they're probably more okay having their stronger players in this losing matchup, right? Because they feel like, that since they're their best players, they're not gonna just feed.
Sure, yeah, that could be the angle.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're wanting a shielder and you don't want Lulu and you don't want Seraphine and you don't want the new Sona, I feel like Karma would just, is much better, to pair with Varus for the poke.
Yeah, Karma maybe.
I want to see something about this Janna. I want to see the reason.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like Janna. I really like her playstyle. I like that. I think her ultimate is actually very cool. Like it's super simple by today's champion standards, but I think it's like, there's so much you can do with it. Like, you sure. Obviously you can get everybody away. You can flash behind somebody. You can throw them into your team.
The Janicek.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. It's like it's very cool. There's not a lot of abilities that you can use completely. I mean, if you're sieging, you can just back up and heal your team. Like it's like it's so it's such a modal
budget Soraka.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have so many. You have so much ability haste that it's just the cooldown becomes like almost nothing.
All right, Soviet. So we've talked about the mid lane. We've talked about the bot lane. Let's head up there towards the top side. We've only got about 30 seconds left on the spectator delay, but really quickly, let me get your thoughts on that Mundo versus Trundle matchup there as well.
I don't think anything's gonna happen at all. I think they're just gonna smack each other. If Trundle ever presses his R key, Mundo presses his R key and runs to his tower. That's how I think it's gonna go.
Yeah, right. Well, I've seen both of these top laners play pretty aggressively in the past, but we'll see if it does end up just to being that resident sleeper top lane that you're anticipating, Soviet. Yeah. It's going to be a fun one here. Meme team of Dreams versus a team sitting on wards. Game 1 of the Gold Spotlight Series final coming at your screens now. Hope you all are ready for some action. Soviet, who do you think has the stronger level 1? Are we expecting any early game action, like before minions spawn?
I mean, if there's going to be a level 1, I mean, they have Leona. Green has Leona, so I would anticipate. They have Leona into, if they really, really want it, Vigar Cage and Mundo Cleaver. So, I mean, it's them by a lot, I would say.
All right. So expecting, possibly a little bit of a more aggressive opening from Meme Team.
Yeah, and that's if they want it. Like, I don't really think that, especially game 1 of the finals, I don't think that either of these teams want anything level 1.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's like my approach to. I mean, really, in any games, like if you're gonna try and get cheesy or get anti-strat or anything, I feel like you have to develop or at least show your opponents that you can play on their level, normal, play standard, and then in the later games of the series, show them something that's abnormal.
Yeah, absolutely. See if you can, whoever makes the other team flinch in the drafting phase first, generally will have an advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a very calm opening from both sides here. Just regular old 5-point for everybody.
Yeah. I do really like that for sitting on wards, they have their support in the mid lane, as opposed to their mid laner, and it lets their jungler ward. Usually people are just like, oh, I'm the mid laner, I'm just gonna run, and that usually ends up with one of the paths unguarded.
All right. Well, nice calm opening here. Both junglers going to be starting down there on that bottom side, so going to be clearing parallel to each other most likely. Both Nocturne and Graves really just like to full clear. Early on here, their ganking is not the best before they get those levels under their belt.
Yeah, and I mean certainly for Nocturne with his ultimate being, one of the more terrifying ones.
Yeah, just want to get to that level 6 mark as quickly as possible.
And I've been playing leashes. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of Nocturne in solo queue still recently. So the lethal tempo definitely, I can relate to that. It's the same setup that I run. I assume he's going Red Tree secondary for the ultimate hunter, which is very, very nice.
He is. Oh, but he does not have ultimate. He does not have a hunter. He has cheap shot and eyeball collector. That is.
Eyeball collector over ultimate hunter seems like a little bit of a misplay to me. But we'll see how it works out for him.
I don't think I've ever seen or taken domination second and not taken a hunter.
Yeah, I think that the bottom row of
that's like the reason you take
red
the tree
is pretty much the best row
Yeah.
I do generally agree.
But yeah, at least I mean all the other keystones look pretty standard.
Yeah, fleet footwork on the
guess you could
Graves is a little bit
say
interesting. Just trying to keep up that
sure,
sustain in the jungle there. Usually,
yeah.
phase rush is another pretty common option.
For
Electrocute,
jungle
of course,
Graves,
for the lane Graves.
For the lane, yep. I guess the only other thing is like press the attack on Trundle is the more offensive option, and he's a grasper usually if you're gonna play him top lane.
That's true, or even the Conqueror against something like a Mundo. If you expect to be in those team fights, it could be pretty effective as well.
Because Conqueror is usually out of the jungle, right?
Yeah, I mean you could also go press the attack in the jungle as well. It just depends on your matchups, but yeah, press the attack is still a viable option for the Trundle there. Just not maybe as good into the good doctor. So the junglers have found each other in the topside river here, fighting over that topside scuttle crab. But the top priority is squarely in the hands of Fridge on the Trundle there. So Javi's Graves will be able to collect that first scuttle, no problem. Narrowly missing the Zenith Blade there was Matcha. Good look. Yeah. This bottom lane has been surprisingly quiet so far, Soviet.
Yeah, so, I mean, the whole... I mean, if there's going to be any 2v2ing, it all comes down to... And nothing's going to happen here mid, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so the whole 2v2 bot lane, as they rotate up for this bottom scuttle. So it looks like Graves is going to be double scuttling the Nocturne.
Yes,
which
indeed.
I don't think I would have expected, but here we are.
Panda's getting pretty low here, but no Ignite for Fridge means it's going to be hard to finish that one off.
Yeah. So if Leona ever tries to engage and Janna is fast enough to tornado her Zenith Blade, then it's really, really bad. And the trade is just lost immediately. Right. But I mean, that obviously takes, some amount of, you almost have to be, it's very fast. You have to be expecting it.
Absolutely.
But I mean, beyond that, if you get a Zenith Blade onto Varus and the Tristana is jumping onto him, and you shield all of the primary burst. So I mean, theoretically the trades are, it's winnable, so it could go either way. And I mean that's, the Zenith Blade misses there, but
Matcha's walking forward into the minion wave, taking a lot of damage. Does get off the stun, jumping forward is Manders, but he's exhausted. Does have the explosive charge down, but that's a lot of return damage coming out of the Varus. When is the Q cooldown back up? Lets it fly. Finds it onto the Tristana.
I feel like Matcha and Prince were just not on the same page there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely looks a little disjointed. And these Zenith Blades not quite finding the mark.
Yeah.
As Graves is down here, they're going for an aggressive play right now. These low health bars for the Team Meme bottom lane.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been a dive. I mean, they know Leona has no flash.
Yeah, and Graves isn't that good at diving. He's pretty bad at it, actually, all things considered. So I don't hate them not going for it there. I think just some additional pressure down here is going to be pretty effective and increasing this lead for the Varus.
Yeah, I mean, if they get 2 plates, that's kind of... Oh, never mind. They get 1 plate.
There's a big lane... Or a big wave, rather, crashed up in top lane here by Drive-By Panda.
Yeah. Oh, Mundo once got it. If Mundo could micro these ranged minions to hit that tower, he would love that. But
yeah, just a little bit left on that first plate. It's not going to be going down just yet, though, as Dragon was claimed on the opposite side of the map by Javi, as well as his bottom lane. Did have that nice priority, of course. There's the Subjugate getting dropped right now by Fridge, but Chobi is here for the counterattack. Mundo getting extremely low, flashing towards the enemy tower, and will go down to another auto attack by Fridge. A little bit questionable on that Mundo flash.
He said to do what I said. He pressed R, so you press R and run to your tower. He ran to the other tower.
Yeah, Mundo ran the wrong way.
It was the wrong tower.
He did not... He did not go in the right direction. He had a choice. He could go wherever he pleased. But
that's true.
His pleasure was misplaced.
Yeah, because even if because Chobi was coming from Tri, because he was in Red's
he was trying to flash towards his jungler.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand what he was trying to do, but he flashed to the other side of Trundle.
Yeah.
And he was still in auto attack. He flashed. He was still in auto range. That's not.
Right.
You can't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because I mean, like even if you flash away there, the Trundle is still, your jungler is still in between Trundle and the tower.
Yes.
So like you've
still baited in the all-in from
Right.
Trundle. You don't have to, like, I'm sure the thought process for Drive-By Pandas, he thought he had a higher chance of survival by flashing towards his teammate, but it just wasn't the case.
Yeah. But it's okay. Mundo doesn't need. He just needs time.
That is true. That is true. He'll get beefy. He will get there. It is somewhat of an inevitability there for the Doctor.
What is happening to my game? Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very normal here. The freeze post pause does happen every single time, so nothing really much to worry about here. Just gotta wait it out. And there we go. Back into the game here.
I felt like the buffer was so much longer than the actual pause was.
Maybe. I don't really know.
But that's all right. We're
Decomposition running pretty low here. Just have to clean up the remains of this menu wave. Xerath passive helping him out a little bit there. That little bit of mana regen. Get off another spell there for the Xerath.
Ooh.
Rift Herald going to be spawning in about 20 seconds here.
The sick deny of 30 gold there on that pink ward kill. Graves placed another one.
Very nice warding mechanics there from Hobby.
Yeah. Yep.
So level 6s have, it's been reached by Manjuice, at least, as actually the only bottom laner on either team who has hit that level 6 mark thus far. So not able to take advantage of that fact for the time being. Nocturne has reached level 6. So looking for one of those paranoias to come out very, very soon here from Chobi.
Yeah, unfortunately, Leona is only level 4. You can't pair it, but I don't think they need it. If he can, I mean, he's probably not going to be looking. It looks like lots of pings towards the Herald, and they see Javi there. I feel like they have vision. I don't know. I would just, they've got a ward in the pit.
But Javi wasn't in the pit. Oh, we got the paranoia coming down now. Xerath getting jumped on in a 1v2, and he has just got nowhere to go. Trapped in the baby cage, taken out by the Veigar. Duckmark gets his first of the game. Tying us up 1-1 here, 9 minutes in.
Yep. Evening the score. But yeah. Blue team has a ward in the pit, and it sees Javi, who's on the red team.
Right, but I don't think Javi was in the pit, is what I'm saying.
He did. He walked around.
Oh, okay.
I watched it. But yeah.
Another wave crashed here in the bottom lane. Cheddar and Agassi continuing to put out this pressure.
Yeah, another plate goes down. That's gonna be. Those are the only plates. Two for Varus, 2 for Veigar.
Yeah, we got Javi going for a look in the mid lane here. We got the Rite of the Arcane coming out from Decomposition, but Duckmark is very, very healthy, and he's not really perturbed at all by Graves showing up here. Fridge dropping the Subjugate once again here, but Mundo is appropriately close to his tower this time around, and he's really not in too much trouble either. He is going back in for a little bit of trading here, as I think the Subjugate has now expired. But Chobi is here, the jungler is here for the Mundo, and that means Fridge is not long for the Rift. Will be taken out. Chobi gets his first. And we have the Zenith Blade connecting here. But a beautiful tornado from Agassi. The ultimate as well is going to give Cheddar the chance to flash out, but the Buster Shot is enough to secure that kill. Manjuice able to get the outplay there. Even with some nice Janna play, it wasn't enough, Soviet.
I mean, when Leona gets her ultimate also, there's really a lot. I mean, if you just ult onto the Varus, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you literally have to flash it. And, there's nothing that Janna can do about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, the all-in from the Tristana Leona lane does claim its rewards. Some blood onto the Varus there.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Tristana is just going to be so much more useful earlier than the Varus. I mean, when you're lethality Varus, like you need to stack up your tier, you need to get your Dustblade, and then you start dealing a bunch of damage. Like really, Tristana, as soon as she completes her mythic, she's like already like a viable character.
Sure, absolutely. We do have Dragon number 2 alive here. Would be the second for the side of Team Yellow. Team sitting on wards if they're able to pick this one up. Looks like they are going to They're going to go ahead and start it up here. Chobi is in the area, but he's just hovering around mid lane, trying to look for a play. Zera is stunned up here. Oh, and actually just solo killed outright by Duckmark through the barrier as Avaris, no flash, is going to get feared up here and taken out. Going over the wall is Graves. I don't think that was the play, as Matcha going straight onto him, locks him up with the solar flare. And that is going to be a couple of kills, 3 kills actually going over to the side of Meme Team. The second dragon was claimed by Team Yellow. That's pretty much all they have going for them at this point.
Yeah, I think that, man, I really think that they need to go take this Herald as quickly as possible. Try and trade something back. I mean, they already have the gold lead back, which is great getting these kills. But like not taking the Heralds when you're giving the Drakes is is not you're trading some, you're not getting something back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe Chobi just didn't expect them to be on Drake right away, as the Chain of Corruption does lock Matcha up, but I don't think he had tower aggro, so the Leona is definitely tanky enough. Just walk that one out.
Oh, wow, and Varus went Swifties? Man, a lot of questionable boot choices for the bottom lane of sitting on wards. I hate mobility boots. They're one of my least favorite items in the whole game. I don't like them at any support. I don't know why you'd ever buy them, especially on Janna, who's already super fast. But we've got this Herald. Yeah, I mean, they're just
claimed.
Javi just takes the Herald.
Pick that one up. Yeah, Red of the Arcane coming out now, but Mundo is still quite healthy. We got flashing over the wall now. Fridge looking for it, forcing the flash response out of the Mundo. Chobi now getting a little bit of return damage out here. The 3-man squad from Team Yellow, they're backing out now. They've claimed the Herald. They're trying to retreat with their spoils. They will be able to successfully do so.
I thought we were gonna have a banger there. Still, Duck still had Cage, but they were too far away. Yeah, and, and with the Janna speed too, they're just gonna get out.
Absolutely. Vhagar is, the Cage is a very powerful tool for zone control and engage as well as disengage, but the range on that one pretty short. Yeah. So. Duckmark gonna have to be a little bit closer than that. He wants to lock down those Team Wards members.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the only abilities in the game where you can get sort of its like full potential if you don't hit it. If you don't stun people, you're still like, okay, you can't leave. You can't leave, or you can't get onto us. So it's a cool ability. It's very frustrating when you're in the game, but I think in the abstract, it's a very cool ability.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very unique ability.
Yep. That's what I like. I mean, like any, unique things about in the game, I think are like should be celebrated and like should be, should be promoted.
Absolutely. One thing, we got Paranoia coming down here. That is absolutely a kill. Cheddar just got absolutely annihilated. His support is going to be quick to follow. We got the flash, but he's ignited.
But you're dead.
The Q from the Nocturne is plenty of damage to secure that kill. The flash was not able to keep Agassi alive there. 8-1 now is the kill count. We're looking at about a 4,000 gold lead. So, Soviet, I think we have to expect this next dragon spawning in 90 seconds would be a Mountain Soul point for the side of team sitting on wards, but the odds of them getting this one have to be pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that would give it to sitting on wards would be, like a horrible mistiming or like mispositioning or no vision or something has to go wrong for sitting on wards to be able to contest this next dragon or probably even the one after that.
Javi's trying to make something happen. He's just kind of hanging around mid lane here, hoping to get a window onto Vhagar. Duckmark is pushed up pretty far, but he's got 3 levels on the Graves. He's flashing away. He's got the Everfrost here as well. Graves just got obliterated by Duckmark. Duckmark just absolutely smirked all over Javi there. And no jungler 40 seconds before dragon spawns means there is 0 chance that Team Yellow gets this objective.
It's not quite Syndra, but he did play that. He did use the gameplay button.
He did.
On Vigar.
Yeah, that was some gameplay for sure.
Outskilled. Very well done. Yeah, I mean, and like
Absolutely.
all three of the carries are, have not died for green yet, and they've got a bunch of kills. I mean, Nocturne has 66% kill participation. He's using his ultimate on cooldown, like, getting kills, has Stridebreaker, has Phage. Really, I don't know, man. I feel like this one's slipping away. And then and on top of that, they're gonna start getting Mountain Dragons, and they have Mundo on their team. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and even more than that here, so if you remember, as the game was starting up, we were talking about Cheta and Agassi as the strong point on this team. And they have just been bullied relentlessly by this Nocturne. Manjuice and Matcha did have a little bit of a slow start down there, but they are definitely in full control of that lane now, as we do have Herald crashing into the mid lane tier 1, but it's not going to be enough to take out that tower. Decomposition has not been able to do anything at all to that structure yet, so which means mid tier 1 is only down to half HP.
It's not going to kill the tower, and it's not going to give any plates. The first Herald giving no plates. Not. Sadness.
Not even close. I mean, plates fell off more than 3 minutes ago, so yeah, that was never really going to be a possibility there for Hobby.
Yep. So, nothing to fight for 4 minutes. Everybody go farm.
Who would you give the scaling advantage to? If this game, it's very Team Green favored right now, as we are looking at a little bit of a brawl up here in top side. Both top laners level 11. The Subjugate still available, not used yet. Mundo Ultimate has been committed already. Fridge now dropping that ability. He's trying to fight his way out of this one, but the Primordial Burst is just way too much damage for the Troll to handle. He is going to be going down here. Javi is trapped now. There's the paranoia. He's flashing out, but it's not going to save him. Tries to go for the collateral damage to build some extra space, but that's going to be a double kill for Duckmark on the Vagar. And this top lane tier 1 is going to be falling here as well. Gold lead continuing to explode in favor of the meme team. And I was going to ask you who has the scaling advantage, Soviet, but at this point, I really don't think it matters.
Yeah, no, I mean, and honestly, I think the scaling advantage is also in Green's favor. I mean, I think Mundo scales better. I mean, Vigar obviously scales better, and I think Tristana scales better too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, like they're making these plays, and all the while, Trist, push 3 waves bot, and is now here catching another wave mid. Like, and what did Varus do? He walked from base to where he is right now, and so it's just
he's trying. He's doing his best.
Oh yeah,
it's not enough.
I mean, Tristana can. I mean, she has free roam of the map. I mean, pretty much. I mean, I guess not. Well, not really, because there's no wards. But in mentally she does, because they're afraid. Not they don't. She can't see that the people aren't there, but Prince can know that they're not there because
paranoia coming down once again. Chobi maybe not quite in range that time. Yeah, a little bit trigger happy on the Nocturne ultimate this time, or maybe he just wanted to press the button, just put some fear in him. Can be worthwhile sometimes.
Right. If you don't use it on cooldown, what's the point?
Yeah, why are you even playing Nocturne then? There you go.
Yeah.
So Chobi just making full use of the R button on his keyboard there, very nicely.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna, we got Manjuice jumping in here. He's gonna get exhausted. He's down very, very low. Ready the arcane, the last shot, the heal is enough to give Manjuice the movement speed to dodge out on that last Zareth circle. So Manjuice will survive, but that was a little bit aggressive from the team. Green AD carry there.
That is what Yellow needs to scale back into this game. More of those kind of plays.
Yeah. Would have been a pick. Would have been a shutdown. Not a very big one, but still, that's that is. You're absolutely right. That is what Team Yellow is going to be hoping for here to have any chance of coming back in this one. They need Team Meme to make some mistakes.
Yep. And really, because Tristana flashes away. Really, it's not. It's still nothing unless they capitalize in the next 5 minutes with no flash.
Yeah, that is true. Tristana also, can mitigate the weakness of not having that ability due to the fact that she does have the rocket jump to get herself out of some sticky situations. We are looking at the next Mountain Dragon, Dragon number 4 overall. It's going to be spawning here in less than a minute, as we do see some pings coming down onto that one from Agassi. But if you're the side of Team Yellow, I really don't know if it's possible to contest this. What do you think, Soviet?
Yeah, I mean, your Varus doesn't have a completed item. Oh, there he is. There he goes.
There's the Leona. Leona's got the deep flank here on Trundle. He is going to get stunned up. There's the detonation on the explosive charge. Manjuice, maybe it actually expired. I don't think Manjuice got the reset on the jump there. And Trundle is going to be okay for now. It did cost him flash and ultimate. But
yeah, I mean, blowing his flash is totally fine. I don't know who's... Everybody's trying to say they're coming to Baron. Why? Don't go to Baron. Go to Dragon.
That's an interesting one.
Yellow cannot do Baron. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, they don't really have anybody to tank it besides Trundle, and he's on the opposite side of the map right now. So that is definitely not really going to work. Yeah, they're trying. They're going to go for it here, but you can see Graves already taking a fair amount of damage here from the big worm. He does have Janna for some shielding, and she does have the ultimate as well to give the squad some healing, but I don't know. It is going down. It's going down to about 50%. And Nocturne is here, though. Chobi has arrived. We know exactly what's happening. We got a teleport coming down now. The Paranoia is going in. Nocturne is stunned up here. Does get taken out, but Graves and Janna have also... And I was wrong. Nocturne is actually just fine. That was the Trundle, actually, that got blown up. As, Team Meme Team, they were able to get the Dragon and very comfortably rotate over, put a stop to this this barren silliness that Team Sitting on Words was trying to go for, and they are just going to kind of get everything, and Team Sitting on Words is going to get absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just throwing, throwing all this money at them, right? I mean, Nocturne, Nocturne was actually positioned really well there. Like, he was between the wall and the Janna, so the Monsoon really just did nothing to push him away. And nice. I mean, he dealt so much damage. Like, he got to ultimate into all 4 of them and get his passive, his AoE slice.
Nice juicy stride breaker activation as well.
Yeah. You're all slowed. You're all bleeding. You can't see. It's just
the Nocturne dream.
Yeah, exactly.
So gold lead. We're sitting up at about 9K now. Just under. Manchu stealing away the blue buff. Javi just flashing out of his own jungle. Oh, he actually gets it with the collateral damage. Javi, like a smooth criminal there, making out with the blue buff in the night there. But, I don't know if that blue buff is going to be enough to protect the base, which will likely be under fire with this Baron buff in possession.
Hey, man, he's going to get so many... He's going to have so many end of the lines. He's going to have an endless stream of end of the lines.
There's no end to the lines, as the Chain of Corruption does go wide there. And that is an end to the Varus ultimate, for a pretty significant amount of time. Paranoia coming down now. There's the vision onto Xerath. We're diving in now. Yeah, you are just dead, sir. There is no outplaying that one. And Duckmark also with the outplay here in mid lane. Nice little primordial burst onto the enemy AD carry means that this turret is definitely going to be going down. And probably some more turrets afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, like, the Vigar cage, man, you can't walk up. Your minions can't even walk up.
Yeah, we can put a shield on the turret, which is, also pretty unique, something that Janna can do. And there's the Janna ultimate to get a little bit of healing. But there's a lot of CC, and also a whole lot of damage coming out from this Veigar. That's another double kill for Duckmark. He is going to go gold and prevent himself from getting taken out by the tower. Very nice there. And that's going to be a couple inhibitors going down here. Should be a nice, easy reset for Meme Team. And once they come back out onto the map, it's probably going to be time to end the game.
Yep. There's another Varus ultimate going wide and flashing away.
We have a teleport coming down, so Duckmark is going to be joining the fight very quickly here. Tristana has been shut down by the collateral damage. There's that blue buff. Javi getting that ultimate cooldown back, but he is going to get a bone saw to the face. Drive-by Panda did not want to let him get away with that one, as now the Nexus turret's under fire. Nexus turret number 1 has been taken out. Nexus turret number 2, the only thing standing between Meme Team and a Game 1 victory here. Duckmark a little bit far forward. He's going to get knocked up by the pillar and does go down. He's able to trade back onto the enemy top laner because the amount of damage coming out from Duckmark at this point is just absolutely silly. He's on 3 items plus the Oblivion Orb. So that was, I mean, he could just one-shot anybody.
One of the items is death cap too. I mean, Jesus,
Right.
like how much AP does he even have right now? He has
Too much.
I can't click on him because he's dead. He's got a ton of AP. But yeah, I mean, obviously Green Team is incredibly far ahead, and they have, they have three of the most unfun to play against and like stifling champions when they get ahead: the Nocturne, the Vigar, and the Tristana. Like, there's not really a lot you can do.
That was Duckmark's first death of the game. It was a maxed out shutdown that did go over to Cheddar on the Varus. But I think it's just a little bit too late here, Soviet. I don't think that's going to be enough to save the game at this point.
When you're first, he's got one death, but he has 875 ability power. So
yeah,
it's a big number. Yeah, and 261 stacks. That's a lot.
Manju's going in once again here. Is going to get the detonation this time, no problem. He's getting pretty low there, but is able to safely rocket jump over the wall to keep himself alive, and Chobi is going to pick up that kill. Mountain Dragon number 3 is going to get taken out now by the side of Meme Team. They're just checking all the boxes, playing this one by the book. Yep. It's going to take that dragon, rotate down towards this bottom side, try and close this one out nice and cleanly.
Yeah, like they're in no rush whatsoever.
There's the paranoia coming down now. Xerath, no dashes, and Nocturne has a spell shield, sir. But Xerath does have a barrier, but it is not going to be enough to keep him alive, as Duckmark does get in range to land the Q for the last hit, as inhibitor number 3 is going to get taken out here. All inhibitors taken down by a Meme Team. They're closing in now. They're looking for the throat. Nexus turret, only one Nexus turret is what stands between Team Yellow and defeat. It has now been destroyed. We got a pillar coming down. Frid is trying to do everything he can to prevent this game from ending, but it is not going to be enough. Game 1 going to the side of Meme Team of Dreams.
Yeah, that one. That really got out of hand quickly. We were sort of going along, at least pretty even for, I don't know, about 10 minutes, and then just, really blew open.
It really did. We did have a little bit of a slow start, but once Meme Team was able to find that advantage, they definitely took it and ran with it. Definitely seemed like Team Yellow never really had a chance of finding their way back into this one.
Yeah. Vigar most damage, just by so much. 17,000. That's insane. 7,000 more damage in Varus. Yeah, that's just
not too surprising there.
Yeah.
Most damage taken does go over to Fridge on the Trundle, but taking damage, unfortunately, is not how you win games. So
that's true.
Team Yellow, back to the drawing board.
Only.
Yeah, we'll see. What kind of adjustments do you expect in the Champion Select phase for Team Yellow heading into our second game?
It's so hard because we've seen people try and ban Chobi, ban 5 bans on Chobi. They still win. We've seen people try and 5 ban Duckmark. They still win. Those they're two big guys. If I don't know, I feel like it has to come down to the actual champions that you're picking. I think just have to be better. If you have, I don't know, if the Janna is another, an engaged tank or a Thresh or something for more safety, maybe they don't, they probably don't die in lane as like they did, right? Thresh is great at, Leona throws the ultimate, you're stunned, but you lantern out. It's okay. Top lane was even. There was jungle intervention, but 1v1 was fine. Maybe you just don't pick the Xerath. I don't know, so you're not getting, solo killed by Vigar. Something safer, something, I don't know, something more meta. But
I will agree with that point for sure. The Xerath last pick definitely felt like it didn't really hit the mark. It couldn't really accomplish what I think Team Yellow thought it could accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and there's so much that you can do to abuse Vigar. I mean,
Sure.
part of the reason why he's not, why his pick rate is not high.
Absolutely, yeah. He's very weak early on. He's vulnerable to hard engage.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a short range.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely some weaknesses. The Zareth, it did, capitalize on the range advantage at least, but
Yeah.
in game, it did not really work out that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Just don't really. There's not really a lot to say. Like, I mean, it just.
It wasn't really close.
Yeah.
That game was
No, it
not
wasn't.
close. It's
Yeah.
hard to analyze too much when one team just kind of ran away with it. From 10 minutes on. The early objective control was pretty good from the side of
Yeah.
Team
Yeah. They
Yellow. They
got
were
the
able to get
first,
a couple of
the two first
dragons.
dragons. Yeah.
They were almost able to get a Herald, but yeah, that was kind of where everything fell apart.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully second game is better.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Would be
We
nice
would
to
love.
not have a 3-0.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is the final. We want to see Team Yellow come back, put up a good fight here. Our
Yep.
last match of the season, I suppose.
Yeah.
So definitely going to be looking for that here. I am going to be very interested to see what kind of adjustments both of these squads bring. I mean, I don't expect Meme Team of Dreams to be changing too much here. Team who did take the W in game number 1, you do have that luxury of not having to adapt your strategy
Right.
because what you're doing already is working. So you can just keep doing that and force your opponents to try and answer with some
Mhm.
adaptations of their own. So pressure definitely more on the side of Team Yellow, but I'm interested to see also if Meme Team are looking to spice things up a little bit here as well.
Yeah. I mean, they don't. God, they don't. I mean, I don't know if I'm meme team. I'm just picking comfort and just not like trying not to get ahead of myself. Just keep doing what we've been doing. Like it's working. What did they lose? I think they lost one or two matches in the regular season. So, what 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 they're doing is working. They don't have to pull in anything weird. They don't have to play in any kind of crazy way. They just got to keep it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, for sitting on wards, I like I say, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely
It,
possible. I'm not trying to say that it's there's no way that they can win or anything, but
so
yeah,
Soviet, here's a question for you. So
sure.
what how much do you think the results of that first game were contingent on the outcome of the drafting phase as opposed to the actual gameplay that
Oh,
we
I
witnessed
think
there?
a
What do you
lot.
think was more
I
significant in the outcome of that game?
I think the draft was, yeah, and we're into the second draft. But just to finish this point, yeah, like, I mean, I think 100% it was drafting. I mean, if you
Mm,
like, absolutely, like you simply cannot play flimsy poke enchanters and with no like versus hard engage. Like you're just gonna lose.
yeah, so we're looking definitely to see those adaptations out of Sitting on Words. We are seeing the Zach ban come through once again here from the side of the Meme Team, taking that one away from
Yep.
Javi. Seemed to be pretty effective. He did not look
Yeah.
super convincing on the Graves, I have to say.
Yep, I agree. And they have the Zillion band too, and the
We
Katarina
do,
is the same band, but
we do
there's
see the
but they've yeah,
Nocturne, yeah,
Nocturne. Yeah,
taken off the
but
table here.
it's a slippery slope though. I'm
Yeah, so
sure.
what's the
Yeah.
ban that they give up in exchange for getting the
Um,
Nocturne on there?
let me click back. So it's either going to be Ezreal or Braum.
Okay,
So yeah, I mean it's the same
interesting.
exact bands for green. And you know, I mean I think this. I mean this is a better three bands. Like even like Ezreal or Braum. Like who cares? Like I know that
Right.
Prince loves Ezreal, but like it's Ezreal. Like who cares? Exactly. Yeah. Like if you're really worried about Braum, let's ban Braum. But I don't know. Ezreal they just first pick Ezreal. Like whatever. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Like you can easily play around Ezreal. He doesn't do a lot of damage early. He's just I don't know. Just no. He's like the only AD carry that you can like dodge. This a lot of his damage. So
Yeah. So I mean, if I'm team sitting on wards, maybe, if I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, in their brains, maybe you ban Ezreal because you want your bot lane to be able to hard carry, right? And Ezreal is just too safe. It's too hard to like
sure, yeah, I can
hard
see that.
win lane against this
Yep,
champion. So,
that's true.
maybe you banned Ezreal because you want to be
Yeah.
able to pressure that enemy bottom lane.
Hmm.
But taking the Nocturne off seems to be pretty necessary.
Yeah, I really
As
like. I mean,
Toby
like
was an
Nocturne is
absolute
just
terror in that
yeah.
last game. So we are going to have to contend with Ezreal here for game 2 on the side of team sitting on wards. We'll see how they do with that one. They have locked away the Sivir Lux this time. So definitely a little bit of a different look from the Varus Janna from game number 1. What do you think, Sophie?
Yeah, I mean, I like into the Ezreal. I like the Sivir. If you're, I mean, your plan can just be, make him, just push the wave over and over and over again, like force him to farm under tower, stay under tower. And then you can rotate to dragons, you can rotate to crabs, plays around bot side, even like you really even go mid. But I mean, yeah, this is the problem, right? You ban the Nocturne, Diana is just available, and she's the best jungler in the game, and she's just and Chobi plays her, and just is just allowed to pick him. I feel like if you're if they're gonna first pick Ezreal, you have to pick Diana on the backside because for just power level, like she's just so strong.
I don't know, Soviet. There's a lot of good junglers right now. You can't forget about the Xin Xin Zhao is very strong. There's
Sure,
the
yeah.
Volley Bear. There's
Well, like I mean, Diana being AP, it opens up so much flexibility for your mid lane.
That is true. That is true. Maybe some additional draft advantages gained by Meme Team here with that.
And Senna, God, I hate Senna.
Yeah,
I know their analysis. I just don't like her.
Right. I'm also a fairly frequent Senna banner. Whenever I go into the bottom lane there, I generally take away that option. But it is going to be paired up with the Ezreal here, most likely, which is a little bit unusual. Ezreal
weird.
Senna doesn't really seem like a very strong duo. I mean, they can both play pretty safely, but they really don't have really any synergy with one another.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to be against Lux, I feel like they're both. I mean, they have sustain. I guess is the one, one thing that they have going against like Lux Sivir.
Yeah,
because they're going to get poked down.
Well, they're going to be able to match the range at least somewhat, right? Ezreal and Senna can are both decently long range as well. So most likely just going to be a battle of skill shots down there in the bottom lane. This game is kind of my take on it.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, Sejuani is sort of the polar opposite take for jungling against the when it comes to Diana. Diana definitely wants to get all the kills, be the assassin.
Diana much more of that utility frontliner, try and set up for the rest of her team. She is going to need some melee teammates in order to make full use of her E. That frostbite ability does of course need can only stack that with the assistance of melee teammates, not ranged ones. So looking for some more melee champions over there on the side of Team Yellow. We are through the second phase of bans here. Yone and Malphite taken away by Meme Team, trying to limit some of those melee options. We have Veigar and Anivia banned away from Duckmark, which I think does make a lot of sense after that last game.
I agree. Now they have Aurelia. I mean, like Aurelia is obviously a really good champion, and she's melee, like you said, with the Sejuani. I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, and it's flexible as well between top and mid lane. So, you're keeping your options open here on the side of sitting on wards. I think we can say that we like this draft much better here in game number 2 for the side of Team Yellow. It is a little bit interesting. Something that we haven't really touched on yet here, Soviet, is that sitting on wards elected to remain on the red side after that game 1 defeat. So clearly valuing that counter pick in this series, in this match. So we'll see what they do with it this game, as the Xerath last game definitely didn't seem to really work out.
Yeah, a lot of the teams in this league sort of really value red side. I honestly don't think it's for the counter pick. I think it's that they get to take 2 champions like as their first 2 picks. Like, because I don't feel like there's a lot of people contesting one champion in term, like, so meaning like the first pick of the draft. Oh wow, Riven Jax. Okay.
Yeah. Probably Riven mid then. I think it would have to be. It's more likely than Jax mid, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's true. Yeah. Or it's Senna mid and Riven support or Jack support.
I feel
But no,
like
that's
Meme Team just picked two solo laners who could both fight Irelia, and they were like, okay, doesn't
yeah,
matter where Irelia goes, because
right.
we're going to be fine either way. But what is this
Yeah.
last pick here?
Oh yeah.
That's an Amumu.
Mumu.
Last pick.
It's a Mumu support, right? And
Is
Lux
it?
mid,
It could be. It's possible.
or is it or is it Sejuani top lane? Because I don't
It
know.
could be Sejuani support.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I just have a hard time believing a Mumu would ever want to be in a lane.
Yeah. Yeah, that does seem weird. I feel like Amumu is almost certainly jungle.
Or
that is true.
Or support. Yeah.
Or support. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
Wow.
that's I was not expecting that.
I mean,
for
okay, it's spicy. It is for sure spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, they are definitely team sitting on wards. They're trying to throw a curveball here, and they're gonna try and use that to their advantage here in game number 2. I have to believe that Meme Team of Dreams also didn't necessarily envision the draft playing out this way. Definitely going to be very interesting to see where all these champions are going for the side of Team Yellow.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Sejuani and Mumu. I mean, they have two of probably the largest, circle.
So much
ultimates,
CC,
right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Massive circle. Yeah.
And the Sivir ultimate, I think, is going to be really effective with this composition as well.
Yeah, and it's triple melee too.
Yeah.
I mean, not really that Amumu is running around auto attacking people very much, but enough.
Still, yeah.
He's there.
You only need one auto attack to help out with stacking that Sejuani.
That's true.
You don't need a lot.
Right. So yeah, I'm just gonna tab into the game here early and see where these people are playing. I just every draft comes with all sorts of, we just have no idea where any of these champions are going.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, because I mean, I like if I'm looking at Green Team, and even if I didn't know that Prince plays Ezreal all the time,
right? I
could look at Green and say, okay, this could be Ezreal mid, and then Riven or Jax farming bottom with Senna.
True. Yeah.
But Prince is an Ezreal player,
right?
So, but yeah, so it is going to be Sejuani in the top lane and Amumu in the jungle.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. And Irelia in the mid lane. So, Irelia versus Riven mid. That is absolutely a spicy matchup. That is all skill right there. It's just whoever has the better hands should be coming out on top. Jungler intervention can play a very significant role in that matchup as well.
Of course.
But, in terms of the 1v1, that is just some serious spice here that we've got coming out here in game 2. Love to see.
Yeah, I mean, Jax versus Sejuani. I don't know that there's anybody that has information on that matchup.
That concerns me for the side of Team Yellow. I mean, I can't envision Sejuani getting solo kills on Jax. There's just no way that Sejuani wins the 1v1, right? So it seems like Jax is kind of just going to get a free lane. And we all know the terror that Jax can become later on into the game, becoming that split push threat. We are going to have the Irelia for the side of Team Yellow to potentially match him. But if we have the Riven split pushing as well, you only have the one answer for the side of Team Yellow. So, we'll see what Meme Team decides to come out with in terms of, map, member assignments to different parts of the map later on into the game. But I think, potentially Team Yellow might not have enough tools to actually match, multiple different pressure points if Meme Team is able to successfully achieve, some kind of map state like that.
Yeah, I mean, a cool thing about the Jax, if the game starts to go in a way, or I mean, this might even be their strategy. Jax really hasn't been picked for quite some time, and a few patches ago, the changes to Trinity Force, having it stack on towers, and now that Hullbreaker is in the game, I mean, Jax can absolutely just destroy towers. Like even faster than they are used to, and it was already outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Once you get that good sound, right? Like because you have to stack up the
so satisfying.
Get the stacks, and then the just like dong 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 dong. Like
yeah, definitely. I think the whole breaker. I think we'd all like to see Drive-By Panda go for that item. this game.
Obviously, I don't know how good it is or anything, but it'd be interesting to see.
I mean, if you're on the side of Team Meme Team, you don't want a team fight into this Team Yellow composition, right? Like team fighting into a Mumu, Sejuani, Irelia, Sivir, Lux. That is just terrifying.
See, that definitely seems not great. But if Yellow misses all of their skill shots, I would love to fight into them, though. You know, if a Mumu misses his bandage, if Sejuani misses his ultimate, like, you know.
All right. All right. I mean, I'll play into any composition if they don't land any of their abilities. So
True.
Like, what kind of, like, that's not.
Everybody on green is, like, so slippery, too, right? I mean, Ezreal, I guess, except for Senna.
That's true. We got a lot of dashes here. That is true. We got some very mobile
just an outplay
characters.
Comp. It's just an outplay comp.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they definitely outplayed in that first game there. So I guess they're just putting their draft where their game is, I guess. And they're just going to try and steamroll through the second game here. If I have to believe, if Meme Team go up 2-0 with this draft, probably going to look at a 3-0.
Yeah. I think that if they go up 2-0, I think that's over.
Well, definitely exciting stuff.
They'd have to lose 3 in a row, right? Which is tough.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just generally speaking, that the odds on that one are not going to be looking too good for the side of Team Yellow. They are going to do everything they can to tie up this series before we get to that point. Only 30 seconds left on the spectator delay. Do you think we're going to see any spiciness early on this time around, Soviet? What's the general rule for game 2s?
It really could be anything, right? But I mean, if like this is the type of comp where if you're going to invade, this is like a pretty good one. I mean, you've got really a lot of long range CC for Yellow. So they might look for it. I feel like they kind of need to try and like dictate the pace of the game. So doing something, you know, like aggressive level 1, like even if they get spotted, like maybe, you know, like continuing, like going forward, because usually, you know, these invades, like as soon as the two teams like see each other, like, oh my god, they're like afraid, they're like startled, they startle each other, and everybody runs away. But you know, maybe even like pushing into the jungle, like, you know, like really like looking for something early to, you know, just sort of like get them even like, you know, just sort of feeling better about the game. But,
we are on to the rift.
It could also go horribly.
We will see if we get any of that spiciness early on.
Yep.
Potentially, you know, could look pretty good for the side of Team Yellow. They are down, so maybe they feel like they have to try something a little bit aggressive here early on.
Yeah, and here we go. Ping into this bottom brush.
Yeah, I got a 5-stack. They're running straight down towards that bot side tri-brush right now.
But it's going to be
spot them out.
Oh, they're not doing it right.
Oh, the bite binding connects. That is going to be some CC going down. That's the charge forward first blood. Yes. Easy as you like for Fridge on the Amumu top lane. Yep. By the way, it is Amumu top lane, Sejuani jungle. They pulled another fast one on us.
Oh, they switched. Oh,
yeah, they swapped around. I didn't notice until
it is now. Corrupting potion Amumu versus Jax. All right, let's go with first blood. Yeah. Let's see what's going on.
Show us what you got, Fridge.
Ruby Crystal. All right. Making full use of the 400 gold. Maybe that was the plan. It was like, look, dude, Mumu is a great top laner. He just needs first blood.
Okay.
Like I don't know. You know, maybe that's their comp, right?
It looks like Duckmark and Drive-By Panda are also doing a little bit of a swapperoonie here. We got Jax hanging out in mid lane, and Riven hiding in the bush up on top side.
Yep. I almost feel like, I mean, you know, nothing to do with like the matchup or anything, but I feel like Riven really wants to be around mid though. Like you know, being able to jump over walls and stuff.
Yeah, I
I
mean, it's
feel like it's
definitely
more
a
of a
stronger early game duelist, generally speaking, than the Jax as well. So
yeah.
maybe, the Riven roams would probably be a little bit
Hmm.
more potent. But,
Yep.
we'll see what Drive-By Panda can do over there in the mid lane.
Hmm. Yep. Also interesting to see. I mean, Green does, I think, inherently have an advantage. They have 3 Prestige Edition skins.
Ooh, yeah, the skin game definitely on lock for Meme Team here in this one.
Yeah,
That is going to be tough to compete with,
that's a
for
lot.
sure.
I don't think I've ever seen
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah, and 0 prestige skins, right, for the
Right.
side
I
of
mean,
Team
yeah.
Yellow. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
tough one. So Agassi is going to get locked up here, forced to
Oh.
flash very early on the Lux. We are landing the skill shot. Oh, that's decomposition getting extremely low in mid lane as well. Drive by Panda with the early advantage over there. The skill shot's definitely landing more for the Ezreal Senna thus far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the Senna's binding is
That's another binding
really good,
connecting.
yeah.
We're going to get a couple of Mystic shots off here, probably. That's a knock up for Duckmark. He has the level up on the Amumu right now.
Yep.
Nice boomerang from Cheddar. Get a little bit of damage back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing is, getting hit by a boomerang is so much more punishing than getting hit by a Mystic shot.
That is very true. But boomerangs also cost a lot more mana.
That's true. Yeah.
As that was a really nice
she
one.
does have the tier though. Yeah.
There's a Dark Harvest proc
Dark
for Cheddar
Harvest.
as well. Very nice.
Yeah.
There's a stun up. Fridge taking a little bit more damage up here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's not getting bullied, I guess as much as I thought he would have. I mean, he's got the CS. He's
we're pretty early on it. Don't say it yet.
Never mind.
Don't say it yet, Sylvia. There's another knockup. You have the aftershock back off cooldown though. But we got Chobi waiting in the wings here. He's looking to punish this laning Amumu. Trying to make Amumu as sad as possible. That's another boomerang connecting in bot side. That's Mandrews and Matcha getting pretty low down there. Some pretty close skirmishes all across the map here right now, Soviet.
Double
also
conquer.
looking for something in mid lane. Is going into the flash Q. Can't quite find the CC, and Panda with the response flash. He's going to get himself back underneath the tower to safety. Just a trade of flashes there between the Sejuani and the Jax. I think Hobby's going to feel okay about it, although definitely would have been a little bit happier if he'd been able to connect that Arctic Assault.
Yeah. I mean, I think always the jungler always going to be satisfied with blowing the laner's flash. Oh, another Dark Harvest.
Close. Oh, the E barely misses from Agassi there. Very, very close.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
not enough range there. Yeah, he's fine. Matcha's fine, guys. Calculated. That actually hit. That actually hit him. But it was frame perfect on when the recall completed. So he does get back to base. Matcha is going to be able to regen there.
Yeah.
Pretty, good at light binding.
I don't know. I guess I don't really focus on all these, how many, what's a good amount of Dark Harvest. But I mean, at 5 minutes, having 3 stacks, that feels like a lot.
Seems like it's pretty good, yeah. As the top laners continuing to brawl a little bit here. Fridge has the minion wave pushing in. So Duckmark is going to have to be careful there, taking a little bit of extra damage from the creeps. Losing out in that trade as a result.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and in the jungle, Diana's one camp ahead.
Pretty even so far.
You would expect, yep.
Dragon is alive. Nobody making any moves towards that just yet. Sejuani is in the area. Looking for another angle on mid here instead. He's going to walk over some vision. Going to have to clear that out for now. And level 6 for Fridge here on the Amumu. Does have the level advantage. He's going to drop the Curse of the Sad Mummy here. Duckmark getting extremely low. Went in for that trade, a level down. Looks like it's going to bite him. But Fridge had the flash, but didn't want to go for it. Knew that Duckmark still had his flash as well.
Yeah.
Just playing it patiently here on the Amumu.
All these minions for Jax.
Yeah. Jax, he is actually decently far behind the Irelia right now in lane. Down about 10 minions. And with that mid lane priority, that is going to enable Team Yellow to rotate over here and pick up this first neutral objective of the game. So, once again, early on, Team Yellow, they got the first blood from that invade, and they're able to get an early, a dragon pretty early on for themselves here. We'll see if they're able to maintain this pressure as we move a little bit farther on into the game. Another nice boomerang coming out there from Cheddar.
Yeah, because I mean that's what we saw. They had the first dragon in game 1 also.
Yeah, they got the first 2.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Senna getting low, flashing away, staying alive. Mandrew's also getting pretty low here. Gotta be careful. One more auto attack would kill. Barely gets himself out of there with the arcane shift plus the heal. It's a couple of summoners blown just by some nice laning coming out from the Team Yellow bottom lane.
Yeah, oh, and here the counter jungling starts.
Yeah, as an invade. But look at where Sejuani is. Javi is trying to play around his strong bottom lane here. Still only level 5 on the Sejuani, though. Is going to get rooted up. Even a couple of skill shots from the Ezreal. Now the Mystic Shot. Oh, blocked by Cheddar. Yeah, the heal also doing a lot to keep his jungler alive there. But we've got a 2v1 in the mid lane now. Decomposition on the Aurelia in a little bit of trouble. Flashing away. Is able to dodge out on that second proc of damage coming out from that Moonfall. It's able to stay pretty much safe, but a nice gank from Chobi. It's able to get that summoner out of the opposing mid laner.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I'd be so frustrated if I'm just laning against this Amumu. It's like he's this stupid Amumu. Like, why is he in my
Bramble Vest?
Yeah. I mean, and that's so good against auto attackers.
Absolutely, yeah. Probably is pretty frustrating for Duckmark to try and deal with up here.
You just want to kill him, right? Like, he can't really, like,
right.
You think he can't deal any damage to you. It's like just kill this guy repeatedly, but you
don't want to have to respect the Amumu top,
right.
But you kind of do.
Yeah.
As that control ward can't even be cleared out just yet. Duckmark a little hesitant to commit to this one. Will it get it in the end? But Fridge definitely holding his own up there in top side for now.
Yeah, and this 2-man gank on this Jax.
Yeah, we got Lux and Sejuani rotating around, but he does have the jump. He's going to get himself under the turret, has the counter-strike. Dodging out on those auto attacks means Sejuani does not get a stun. And a drive by Panda is going to be just fine. Bandit toss going wide there. Duckmark trying to get this wave in. Fridge has had the wave in a pretty nice spot for quite a while now. Riven could be pretty susceptible to a gank. Sejuani's spent a lot of her time more towards the bottom portion of the map. Has made her way up there now, but Diana is also here. Javi getting collapsed on a little bit of a pincer movement here, but is going to be able to dash away. And one other thing to keep in mind here, we do have Rip Herald alive. That was not claimed before turret plates fell in our first game. Neither team really prioritizing the big purple crab there. Looks like Diana is going to be starting
Diana's doing it now, though, yeah, which I like. Turret plates are just so good.
Yeah, definitely. Did you see the mid laner, or I guess the top laner turned mid laner for Team Meme rotating up to assist his jungler with that objective?
Which we'd like to see. Help your junglers.
Of course, absolutely, yeah.
Right. You play jungle. You like when your lanes help the jungler, right?
Big fan of that, of the laners coming over to help out with those objectives. Can be very, very useful. Love to see that coming out from Drive By Panda here on the Jax. But the story in this bottom lane continues to be one of Cheddar and Agassi outlaning the opposition here. It's a nice spell shield. Cheddar is going to use that to get a little bit of mana back. Can't find that boomerang, though, as the sustain from the Senna is doing a fair amount of work as well.
Yeah, he can't even...
Oh, there's the Sejuani ultimate coming out, and the Flawless Duet for the follow-up is flawless indeed. That is going to be the first kill this game for Decomposition on the Aurelia. We know when this champion gets started, it's very hard to stop her.
Yep, that's true. And it was just before that I was about to say, like, I mean, the Ezreal can't even farm under his tower, like, comfortably. Yeah. I mean, they're just fully pressuring him.
Dashing forward, flashing over the light binding, looking for the damage here, forces the flash out of Cheddar in response. True Shot Barrage still available. Is gonna eat the boomerang there. The W did connect. Wow. So did the ultimate. Cheddar on like 5 HP. Let's actually get a number on that. Cheddar was down to about 10. He's down to about 10 after that Ezreal ultimate connected.
And he's staying? He just has nothing. His
appears to be staying. He does have the heal almost back up, but I really think this is pretty ill-advised.
That's just... Come on, man.
Yeah, that was pretty... That's
just so what you don't need when you're behind like this.
Okay, Chobi flashing over the wall, going for the moonfall. Can't quite find it, though. The very quick flash response coming out from Agassi. Chobi now in some trouble. Doesn't really have any tools to get out. He does have his team in the area to help cover for him there, as Duckmark is not winning out against this Amumu in the slightest. Yeah. Fridge going for the curse there. He is just walloping this Riven. If he had connected that bandage toss, that was a solo kill. That was for sure a solo kill if he had landed that. Not going to be able to find it. Duckmark will escape from the sad little mummy for now, as that is a big wave. The Amumu is going to be crashing. His team is not able to prevent the side of Meme Team from getting that dragon, but they are going for the fight afterwards. Chobi is getting it cleaned up at the start of this fun. We got tried by Panda and Mandrews getting over the wall with their dashes to safety. The mobility really coming up big. Now Amumu going for it, but Matcha still had his own flash to be able to escape from that Amumu. And he used the teleport Fridge did to get down there as well, which means he is sacrificing that top lane. He is going to go for the dive now. That is going to be a kill onto the enemy support, but Riven is going to have some alone time with that top lane tier 1.
Yep. Yeah, and again, we need to use this Herald.
True. Yeah, we have only a minute left on turret plays. Chobi's still sitting on that one in the inventory. Did just die there after picking up that dragon, so can't use it while you're dead, unfortunately.
That's actually crazy. So Green Team has got the first Herald, but and the game is relatively even, but they're not going to get the first tower.
They are not. Cheddar and Agassi did have a lot of pressure for pretty much this entire game so far. So I don't know if it's really all that surprising, considering the fact that they were pushed up to that bottom lane tier 1 so frequently. But I do agree that as the team with Herald, it is definitely not what you want to see. The other team getting that first tower down. So. Yeah. We'll see. It's actually too late. Yeah, not going to get any plates for that one. Chobi, not able to time, the dropping of that Herald appropriately. Is going to cost his team some gold here. They are looking for a play in mid lane. Sivir is going to get rooted here, popping the ultimate for that additional movement speed to try and create some distance. We'll be able to do so. We are going to have the Herald getting off the charge here, but it's not going to mean too much overall.
Yep. And there, going to be another... Is there even going to be another Herald? No, there's not. No, yes, there is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Baron timer.
Right.
About a minute before this dragon. I don't even know if it's going to get taken, but, more fighting in the top.
Fridge is not afraid of this Riven, that is for sure. He is stacking up the armor. He's got the steel caps completed now as well, so feeling very, very comfy up here in top lane, although Diana does magic damage, so that could be a little frightening, as Fridge is going to get moonfalled, but he has the curse of the sad mummy to buy some time for his jungler to arrive, who lands the glacial prison, and they're going to take out Duckmark. Now Diana on the run. Sejuani dashing forward is going to land the slow. Not able to catch up to Chobi, though. He is going to be able to keep himself safe for now. He's hanging around. Got a 3-man play from the side of team sitting on wards up here on top side. I think Diana's probably just going to have to back off of this one, which Chobi will do.
Just give this tower. And they're pushing the mid tower, too. I mean, this is just this is great. You take the tower bottom and then rotate your bot lane mid.
Very nicely played. Nice boomerang there from Cheddar. Matcha's going to have to get out of here. Now, that is going to be all of the tier 1s taken down by the side of team sitting on wards. Playing the map very, very well right now. Oh,
Guys? Hello? All right.
They do get vision on the Diana just in time there. Cheddar able to scooch himself away.
Diana is just... Okay. All right, never mind. We didn't want the smoke.
Yeah.
He was so close to danger that I don't even know if he knew exactly how many people...
I bet if Chobi had the ultimate, he would have gone in on the Lux and Sivir, right when they walked by the bush there.
Maybe.
Didn't have it. Didn't decide to go for anything.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, don't want to give up any deaths before a dragon. Even though you would spawn in time, it's just
right. Bad. Absolutely. And, it's kind of interesting. I've been thinking about this recently. As there's kind of like two schools of thought, right? If you're the losing team, you have a couple of different routes, like options you could go for, right? Either you play it very, very safe and you
Right.
like try and wait for the enemy team to make a mistake. You try and collect your farm and get your items and try and team fight when you have a little bit more, like a few more tools at your disposal. Or the other option, you just play super, super aggressively. You get right in the face of the enemy team. You try and force them to make mistakes. Try and play it out that way, as that is a nice life binding onto Manjus. Using the heal, barely staying alive, the Glacial Prison. Not going to be able to find the mark this time, but the Flash Boomerang! Cheta gets his third 3-1 now on the Sivir, and that means Dragon should absolutely be going the way of Team Yellow.
Yeah, and no, I mean, I agree with you. When you're behind, there's definitely two ways to go. I think that we're just gonna run him down the whole lane and kill him. I would love that. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I think that far too often people go the passive route. I think you need to. I mean, going the passive route, like if a team is beating you in a series, and your whole game plan is just to, like, mistakes are gonna happen. So if your entire plan is to just, not make a mistake ever, and just play incredibly safely, and like that's just not going to work. That's just not reality. The team is beating you because they're theoretically doing something well, right? So like they are still going to make good plays. So I think that you have to like match the level of aggression that the other team is putting out at you, and shove it back at them. So
Wow.
and I think Yellow is doing that, and that's why I think they're having success.
Absolutely. Team sitting on wards, playing this one out quite well thus far. Just now able to pick up the second half of the game for themselves, sitting up 2-1 in Dragons right now as well. About a 3,000 gold lead. And a whole lot of map control. We do see the Irelia matching the Jax out here in the side lane. Level advantage right now. Going in for the 1v1 is Decomposition. We got Jax popping the ultimate now. Grandmaster at Arms trying to fight his way out of this one. But the Irelia is getting pretty low here. We got a teleport coming down now, actually. Fridge on the Mumu. Forced to cover for his mid laner. That's a nice light binding connecting. Machi down to about 50%. You can see not feeling too worried about expending that cooldown, as Lux Ultimate does come up pretty frequently. As Drive-By Panda is stuck around here, walking right into an Amumu who's stacking armor. That's not really a recipe for success, as the minions are going to finish him off. Fridge now in a 1v1 against Chobi on the Diana, and Diana, again, does have the appropriate damage type, but Fridge with a flash is actually able to get himself out to safety. Chobi shorting the queue there, not expecting that flash to come out from the Amumu. Means that Fridge is able to walk out safe, getting the solo kill, walking away clean.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Aurelia is just the goon for Amumu. Like, she got the Jax low, and then the end boss, finally emerged and got the kill.
Final boss Amumu. That should be a skin, honestly.
I mean, look at him, man. 301.
Oh, he is definitely terrifying right now.
Like, we gotta get...
The only one who can take him out is Chobi. Yeah. And, he wasn't able to that time. He tried, but it wasn't enough.
I mean, he was burning, too. So, I mean, if Chobi gets, like, some sort of Negatron cloak item, I mean, he was burning very a lot. So,
yeah, definitely.
He had a lot more HP, and they sort of walked away at, both pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, if Mumu has friends in the area, then like Diana does not stand a very good chance of even getting that done, at all. So,
yeah,
definitely.
But I will say in the semifinals, I think all three of the games, the green team had this triple Divine Sunder build, team build, but it's being countered by the triple steel-plated caps.
As well as the Bramble Vest. The healing from that item is quite significant, especially for melee champions like the Jax there. So the Bramble Vest is going to be doing a whole lot of work as well for the Amumu and the Sejuani there.
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised actually to see even more heal cut coming through. Maybe a chain sword for the Irelia, or the more reminder for Yeah, well, Oblivion Orb on Irelia seems a bit weird, but
sorry, for the Lux.
True. As that's a nice light binding into the ultimate, the final spark. It gets Ezreal very, very low. Cheta with the Boomerang able to finish the job there, popping the Sivir ultimate now, running forward. Not able to catch up to these retreating Team Meme members, but definitely a nice kill. picked up there by Team Yellow. They're going to continue the push here. Summoning up Shelly number 2. Going to be taking out this mid lane turret. See if they can even break the inhibitor line here, Soviet. They're pushing for it.
Yeah,
Jack's jumping over the wall.
They just got to be careful they don't overstep, because
Getting the
Dragon
charge.
is spawning pretty soon.
That was a flash out from Agassi. I didn't quite see what was threatening him there, but that is a summoner spell blown by the Team Yellow support. Got some skill shots flying out here. Team Yellow just trying to zone away these members. Good flawless duet over the wall. And we got Fridge going in. Got the curse of the sad mummy onto 2. Jack's trying to jump out, but it's not going to be enough. He does go down. Now we got the final spark coming over the top. A nice flash out. Trophy staying alive. Duckmark does get cleaned up, though. That's both solo laners down for the side of Meme Team. 5 members strong for the side of Team Yellow. They're moving now towards the Dragon, Soviet.
Yeah, I mean,
decomposition looking for it there. Couldn't find it. Oh, he's got to be careful now. Mandrew's looking for the Mystic shots. Cheddar with the Sivir ultimate, trying to jump back in there. Chase Ezreal away.
Oh, but Chobi's still alive. He could steal. No, he doesn't want it.
But he doesn't have a way into the pit. The Dragon was too far for the Diana to dash into it. That is going to be Ocean Soul Point secured by team sitting on wards. They're absolutely in a very strong position right now in this one.
Yeah, for sure. Man, this the first Dragon was taken so early. I can't believe we've already had 4 dragons. It doesn't feel like I don't know. I guess the game is really exciting too. I just don't feel like we've been. And I think the 2 oceans haven't been. Well, I guess that was an ocean, but Dragon 2 and Dragon 3, there really wasn't like big fights over.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely does seem like Team Sitting on Wards has had pretty solid control of this one, for quite a while. Ever since they were able to take out all of those tier 1s, there's just more map for them to work with.
For sure. Yep. And another pause.
We are having some lag issues here, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the scores, I mean, it's almost a complete. I mean, it's literally the complete opposite of the first game. Except,
yeah,
Green has 1 kill. Like I think Yellow only had 1 kill in the whole first game. Yeah. So whatever Sitting on Wards talked about, they're doing it.
Yeah, very nice turnaround here in game number 2. How much credit would you give to their draft, Soviet? Do you think their draft is
I think it's
deserves most of the credit for turning it around like this, or do you think it's a lot to do with gameplay as well, or what do you think?
I mean, I think both. I definitely do like the draft. I mean, like I like the Aurelia. I mean, if you can play Aurelia like this, I'm not sure why you're not picking it every game.
Champion's also just really, really strong right now.
Yeah, like it's so good. Yeah, I mean, I like Lux over Janna. For like an enchanter. I don't know what their AD carry was last game. I don't remember.
It was the Varus. It was Varus Janna.
Yeah, I mean, Varus is fine. Varus Sivir in lane are pretty similar. But for team fights, they play a little bit differently. But yeah, no, I like this team comp better, and I think they're playing better. Like we said, they're playing more aggressively, which I think you need to do.
Definitely.
Especially versus a team versus like a good team. Like so many times, teams that are, have good records in a league. People play worse against them, because of pressure, or they think they're better than them, or
they play
whatever.
More
it's like
cautiously. They don't take.
They're right. Yeah, they don't take the chances because they think that they're they've already factored in like what I'm going to do. So I'm like I can't make this risky play because they know that I'm going to do it.
Yeah. But then if you don't take any risks, you don't get any rewards. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All kinds of euphemisms that we can throw out there.
Yeah. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Thank you for giving out that credit there.
Yeah.
Baron is alive here. We got some Team Green members moving up here, probably just trying to get some vision down.
Yeah, all right. We got so Mumu has TP in the bot lane. So does Jax.
Yeah, looks like drive-by panda on the Jax. Gonna move down there to match the Amumu. Definitely has not been seeming to work out very well for Duckmark's Riven, so maybe Jax will fare a little bit better against the sad mummy down there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Riven has 2 completed items. Diana has 2 completed items. Uh, so does Aurelia, and so does Sivir.
Oh,
So
light
I mean,
binding over the
it's kind of
wall.
even.
Chobi getting locked up. Agassi didn't want to commit the final spark that time, though.
So all right, Moon was made his way up, but not Jax. I think they're just farming. I don't know. I don't think either. I mean, either team I don't think has. I mean, neither team has a very fast Baron.
That's true. That is definitely true. And if you're the side of team sitting on wards, you're pretty much just playing for Ocean Soul at this point. There's not really any point in taking big risks. We are dropping the Sivir ultimate, and that is going to be the Glacial Prison connecting onto Riven. Duckmark going in with Q3, looking for the kill onto Sivir, does get it! Huge shutdown onto Duckmark's Riven, gets the stun onto 2 as well, but he will not be able to fight his way out. It is a 1-for-1, but that is definitely advantage for the side of Meme Team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, all of the ults that just got, that just got used, committed to. I mean, what they thought was a pick on the Riven, but I'm not trapped in here. I'm not trapped. I've trapped you in here, or whatever the saying is. I mean, Gore Drinker, like he healed off of 4 people.
Call an ambulance, but not for me, I think is what you're looking for. But yeah, I thought for sure that Duckmark was going to use Q3 to try and get over the wall and escape.
Yeah, me too.
But no, he went right back in there. He knew that he had the damage, got the kill onto the enemy marksman. Huge play from Duckmark here. To try and get his team back in it. That was definitely a gold positive fight, and Team Yellow using more tools for that one as well. So we'll see. It's a pretty small window, but maybe Meme Team can start their comeback here.
Yeah. I mean, like I think their comeback is going to be. I mean, it's going to be overtime. Like there's not really a way anything they can do to just.
They're still down 3K.
Yeah, suddenly we're back in the game. But it definitely, good first step. Getting all their vision cleared out is, not ideal.
We're starting up Baron here. Yeah, disregard that disconnecting, reconnecting. That was the pause that we had a little bit earlier on, but that should be all rectified now. As Baron is getting absolutely shredded here, down to about 4,000 HP. Yeah. Meme Team is here for the contest. We got the turn. A nice curse on his head. Mummy onto 3. Javi going for the turn now as well. We're breaking out in the fight. Duckmark diving onto the back line with the Riven. Fridge trying to flash out now, but he has been cleaned up by the Ezreal. And now Meme Team may be turning towards the Baron.
I don't think they can. Or I don't
think
they
too many
want
low
to either.
HP bars.
Yeah.
Can't actually try and go for the objective. Duckmark again, creating so much space, diving into the backline there on the Riven, separating Cheta and Agassi from the rest of the team. It was a very nice turn from Fridge. He got a great Amumu ultimate off, but it wasn't quite as crisp from the rest of the squads. And again, I do think Duckmark deserves a lot of credit there.
Yeah, everybody was really Chobi and I think it was Jax were around Prince, so he couldn't. It wasn't like Ezreal having to 1v1 the Amumu, which was nice. The Amumu has Rylai's, which is
interesting. Yeah. I mean, they are a little bit light on AP, but Meme Team doesn't really have any tanks, so I don't know if it's that much of a concern where you need to get some AP for yourself on the Amumu. But he has been winning.
He's just trying to 1v1 people. He's out here, man.
I mean, that seems like a 1v1 build, definitely.
I'm 4-1 and 3, man. I'm doing it. I'm solo lane Amumu. I got all this gold.
You have to wonder if he had, if that was, an item with resistances on it, if maybe he would have been able to survive a little bit longer in that fight around Baron. Hard to say. Can't really know for sure either way. But definitely interesting to see how that item choice does play out as we move forward here.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that Meme Team has secured this dragon when we come back from pause. They're in the area. We've got Yellow's recalling.
I mean, they need to,
Amumu's
right?
dead. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they haven't reset from the last fight. So, yep. And there's no wards in the area, so it does spawn when Amumu spawns. But
he has to teleport.
He does, yeah. But good sweepers and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true. Nowhere really for him to teleport to. Although Javi is sitting on a couple of those control wards, so can make place one of those down. Wherever is appropriate to get Amumu into the fight there.
Yeah, Sejuani has an elixir of iron just in his inventory.
Just sitting on it. Yeah, only 2 items completed, but still already early on here going for the elixir. Usually you only buy those elixirs if you feel like the next fight is going to be like game deciding, right? Like it's you win or lose right here.
I guess you want it for like I mean this dragon fight, I'm pretty sure he buys this. I mean, obviously because he hasn't recalled, he buys this for this Baron fight.
But he didn't use it at the Baron.
Yeah, I mean,
he used it just now.
He just used it just now. Yeah.
They're going for the Baron. They're giving up Dragon. There is some vision here for Meme Team, so they know what the play from Team Yellow is here. Dragon was just evaporated by Chovy there, but can he get up to the Baron pit in time? We have 4 members of Team Yellow hitting the big purple worm here. Here's the teleport coming down now from Bridge as well. Gonna try and zone away these Team Green members. Yeah, Baron down to 3,000. It's getting shredded. It's claimed. Oh, that is barely claimed by Javi. I was very nervous for a second there, but he is able to get the last hit on the Baron. And Team Green not able to track down anybody on the back end of this one. They are just going to trade a singular Ocean Drake for the Baron. Definitely Team Yellow trading up there.
Yeah, I just find that so weird why they didn't want to fight for Soul. That's usually it's you.
They didn't have the positioning, right? You were kind of talking about it yourself. There was no vision.
They ran straight to Baron. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right. Old me knew. See, when the game is
you knew.
It's super easy to analyze when the game is paused.
Sure.
But yeah, no, good for Meme Team to to get something out of it and make it a trade.
You mean good on Team Yellow? I mean, Team Meme, they denied the Ocean Soul, which is also good.
Yes. Right, for sure.
But really, Team Yellow was the really who came out on top, at the end of that one.
Yeah. They were doing it so slowly. I really thought that they were not going to finish it in time.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like it was going down a bit slowly, but the side of Meme Team, they committed to the Dragon, so they just weren't able to make it up there in time. And we do have the Baron push, the Baron Siege commencing now on mid lane tier 3, already pretty low from that. I believe there was a Herald charge earlier on that got that one down to about 1/3. We have all 5 members of Team Sitting on Wards hovering around the mid lane right now. They do have the 1 cannon minion to work with. One more shot. The turret is down. Inhibitor now has been exposed. Ezreal off down there in the bottom lane is Manjuice. Gonna have to get over here if he wants to defend this mid lane inhibitor. It's a very slow siege.
Yeah, Meme Team has no wave clear whatsoever.
That is true. Their wave clear is very not great. As that is going to be a root onto Sejuani. She's fine. The siege is continuing. They have 2 cannons now laying into this inhibitor, so it is slowly but surely getting chipped away at here.
Yep. They're just
Team Yellow playing this one very, very cautiously. Ezreal trying his hardest right now, but you can see the lack of wave clear that you were talking about, Soviet. There's just no way to kill these cannon minions.
Yep.
And that is going to be the inhibitor going down here in mid lane. See what Team Yellow decides
Unfortunately,
to do next.
they don't have any more good waves, but they get to take some jungle.
What do you think? What kind of play do you think would be good here for Team Yellow to try next with this advantage?
You probably send somebody bottom or top. You gotta send at least like one person bottom or top, and the rest and the 4-man can just
We do have a teleport available for the Irelia right now.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, I don't know why Silver's following the Irelia, but we're doing it. But yeah, you send your teleporter to the wave, and the other four people hang out in the jungle on a pink ward, and then you just wait for them to come and kill everybody. That is the play, but it seems like So Meme Team sends Duck top, and Irelia who has teleport to also has teleport. Yeah.
Yeah, we got several teleports available. Sejuani going to get rooted up under tower, take a couple of those tower shots. But pretty tanky on the Sejuani, still doing okay there. Bottom lane tier 2 taken out. Gold lead continuing to extend. Up a little bit above 4K at this point in favor of Team Yellow.
Yeah. Yes, they're ahead. I can still see a world where Green...
Sure. They're so scrappy, right?
Fight. If
if Team Yellow is not able to properly set up their team fight, if they don't have, Sivir and Lux safe, if one of those champions gets jumped on and taken out at the beginning by one of these meme team divers, then absolutely the fight could go the other way.
And we're going to see a fight here in 30 seconds.
Yeah, Ocean Soul on the table once again here for the side of Team Sitting on Wards. Would be Soul Point as well for Meme Team if they are able to steal this one away once again here. But Team Yellow with control over the area for now.
Oh boy.
Finding over the wall. Can't find it this time. Very close. Boomerang, good damage. Chobi locked up by the Glacial Prison, going golden. Trying to buy some time here. That is some CC coming down. Going for the Moonball. Actually, what the heck was that damage? Chobi completely deletes Cheddar off of the Rift. He will go down eventually, but it's a trade for the enemy AD carry and top laner. The flash in for Duckmark gets the stun. That's Javi taken out as well. Drive by Panda trying to go in now. Decomposition on the back line. I don't even know how they really got back there. It's a fight going so far in favor of the side of Meme Team of Dreams. They've absolutely wiped the floor with Team Sitting on Wards in this one. They're going to be able to stop the soul stacking once again.
Yep. I mean, that was an outrageous amount of damage coming out of Duckmark in that Raptor Pit. I mean, what was, like...
That was so much damage. Like, Cheddar was there, and then he was just gone.
Yeah. I mean, is that just, like, Rocket Belt QE?
I don't even know, man. I didn't even see. I didn't even see what happened.
I mean, so he has Rocket Belt Zhonya's, and then he had the Blighting Jewel with the Pen Shoe. So I mean, he's dealing true damage to him.
Yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just exploded.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like the fight can just. I mean, Chobi was just dead to rights, and then he killed somebody.
Like, Cheddar was just walked right up on top of that Diana. It's like, okay, this guy's just dead. One more auto attack. Don't really... Yeah, it's easy peasy. But nope. Chobi said, no, you're dead. And that's exactly what happened. So, Cheddar gonna need to be a little bit more careful with the positioning. Cannot disrespect Chobi like that and expect to survive. As the Diana is gonna get rooted up here once again. A Boomerang not gonna connect, though. Nice little rocket belt away. The Baron is alive once again here. We have once again begun the Baron dance. So a little bit of vision in the pit still for Team Yellow.
Yeah, I mean, so it's 2 oceans apiece now. So
yeah, we're coming down. Sivir. 3 dragons to 3. Sivir ultimate getting popped now. Dashing away is Manjuice, but it's not going to be enough. The Glacial Prison connects onto the Ezreal. He is going to get taken out here by Cheddar on the Sivir. 5v4 on the map, looking towards Baron now for Team Yellow. Will likely be the play.
Yeah. And I wonder if... Yeah, so... Man, it's really unfortunate that Ezreal is the one who dies here. Because, I mean, if it's somebody else, at least Ezreal could poke into the pit. But since it's Ezreal dead, that's Baron.
It sure is. Not a dang thing that Team Meme can do about it. Gonna be Baron number 2 secured by the side of Team Sitting on Wards. And they already have one inhibitor exposed. It did just now respawn, so... No passive map pressure at this point for the side of Team Yellow. Oh, Chobi looking forward once again here. That is a necessary flash out of Vegas. He definitely needed to get himself out of there.
Yeah, one really good thing for Green Meme Team is they're keeping the 2 side lanes constantly pushed past the river. And so, I mean, obviously they would like to not lose Baron, but losing Baron and then when you have both your side lanes really far pushed is is preferred.
And what do you think about this response coming out from Team Yellow here? They're once again sending 4 mid. Amumu off to the side with the teleport there.
I mean, I like sending the Amumu. It's kind of sort of what you have to do. You don't really want to waste all this time just escorting the minion wave down the entire lane. They really need someone to, like, Aurelia is literally getting teleport up now. I mean, I really think they need to 1v1.
Amumu is coming in here. He's using the teleport right now. He's teleporting into the mid lane. They just want to secure this inhibitor. I think they might be pushing for the end here, Soviet. I don't know why else Fridge would teleport in like that.
I don't think they can't end.
They have all ultimates available, but it's a 5v5. All members of Meme Team are alive. That's a nice Boomerang. Drive by Panda down to about 10%.
I mean, it's just this wave clear. Like, it's... the wave clear is happening again. Like they just can't.
Oh, we got the moonfall going in now. Is Chobi, but he's just gonna get blown up. A little bit of an over-aggression there out of the meme team jungler. The follow-up was not there for that engage. That is gonna be a Nexus turret falling now for meme team. They're getting pressured now. 4v5. Duckmark on the front lines, getting pushed back now. Drive by Panda, gonna get hit by the Glacial Prison. Bridge also taken out by the Riven Ultimate there. 4v3 now on the map. Duckmark going back in, but he gets knocked back by the Sejuani. That's gonna be a lot of damage on the Riven. Javi also getting extremely low. Got a match to try to get out the damage on the center. His range is pretty good, but is it enough? Nexus turret number 2 is down to about 50%. Team Yellow, they're going for the Nexus. Nexus turret number 2 has fallen. Sivir Ultimate activated now. Duckmark trying to do everything that he can. He's diving in there, trying to get the healing with the Gore Trigger, but it's not enough. He's shut down. Game number 2 is going over to Team Yellow. We're all tied up, Soviet 1-1.
Yeah, that's man. I really didn't think the game was gonna end right there. But that was
what an ending.
That was an uncharacteristic massive int by Chobi.
Yeah, that was definitely very unchobi of him. He just in there.
Like
there was no follow-up. I mean, he had the Zon, so he was trying to just cause some disruption there. He was trying to stop that siege from coming through, but it just wasn't. I mean,
that's why he probably does it, right? Like he knows they have no wave clear. Like they're just it's triple cannon on the Nexus towers. Like I don't know. I mean, it's what you got to say. It's like I'm going, because I mean his whole team was like a screen away.
Yeah, they were around, but the fight, it was not clean enough. They couldn't make it happen. Team Yellow able to make a strong statement here in game number 2. We definitely have a series on our hands here, Soviet.
Yeah, it's just the best of 3 now.
Yeah, that is true. Technically speaking, definitely going to be interesting to see if the side of meme team changes up anything in their drafting phase here for game number 3. They definitely went for a little bit more of a, call it an aggressive composition there in that second game.
Yeah, no, I liked what Yellow did. I think that meme team is going to revert back to I think a more standard support. I don't think we'll see Senna again.
The Ezreal Senna definitely was struggling a little bit down there in that bottom lane.
I think that's really not great. I wonder, I don't know, Prince Manjuice plays Ezreal well. I do believe that. I just think that Ezreal is just not where you want to be. Like you need an indie carry that deals damage. And I mean, if there's, I guess with the way that their team is set up, he's kind of they're sort of second wave of carry where Duckmark and Chobi are who they really look for usually. But man, Ezreal's just not it.
Yeah, I mean they definitely were very sure of themselves. They locked away that Ezreal first pick.
Oh, they love Ezreal
straight away.
He loves Ezreal. He plays all the time. I mean, it's banned against them a lot. Yeah. But I mean, maybe that's all he plays. I know. I mean, he used to play top lane, so I mean, it's possible he just doesn't play that many AD carries. But yeah, I don't know.
What was
because I mean, obviously,
that first game again.
What's that?
Manjuice in that first game when they were against the Varus Janna. What were they on again?
He was on Tristana. Yeah, Tristana's awesome.
Tristana Leona. Yeah, you could have just picked Tristana.
So good.
Was Tristana banned second game? I don't think it was.
No,
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they if Ezreal is up, they first pick him in every single game. That's just what they do.
I mean, maybe a different pairing besides the Senna there.
Yeah, I mean, like Ezreal's fine, right? But I mean, Ezreal's like a counter pick for AD carry because it's like oh wow, they have they've already taken their bot lane. They're gonna kill us. I need to be, or their team is some insane, hard engage, tons of millions of CC. I'm gonna play Ezreal, so you can't touch me. Ezreal's is just not a first pick. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we will see what kind
Yeah,
of
'cause, I mean, like, the rest is
adaptation.
fine. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Jax Riven is like whatever. I mean, Riven did some stuff.
They both
The
had a hard
Jax
time
was
against
like,
that Amumu, though.
yeah, I don't know.
Amumu's solo lane from Fridge was
Yeah,
huge.
sure. Yeah, no, I mean that was really good. I don't know if a Mumu solo lane is going to work out again. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they. I mean, like, I mean, even us when we were looking at the draft before they locked it in, we could have sworn it was going to be Sejuani
Right.
lane. So not sure. Not sure what. Yes, and they have switched sides. So
excellent.
So yes, yeah. So the team that loses wants to be on red side, which is just so interesting.
Yeah, so the red side priority continues here. Definitely
Yeah.
very interesting. So let's see what Meme Team of Dreams can do with
Maybe
their
they're
new
just,
side selection.
Maybe they're just both like really big fans of what was I like I think it's like 2013 SKT. I think SKT was like the only team that that like actually chose red side like ever in professional play up until that point. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't even think the draft was the way it is now. So that's like that's super old and not actually real.
Through the course of League of Legends history, you have had your proponents of red side pop up from time to time. It's not unheard of. But definitely the priority on it seems to be very significant and very interesting here in this league and this match especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I prefer play. I mean, even if you're talking about like beyond champion select, I prefer playing on red side, just like from the map layout. Like
really?
It
has a lower win rate. You know that, right?
I do, but I don't know. Like you get the main. I don't know. Like you don't have to go over the wall to dragon. That's like the main reason why I like it. I like it where that's the main reason. Right. I don't know. I keep my mini map in the left hand corner.
Oh, that's interesting.
As opposed to the right. Huh. It's from StarCraft. Right. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. It's like I don't know if it's like in a more easier to see spot. But yeah, no, I prefer red side. So but yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe all 10 of these players played StarCraft. Who knows?
Right.
I don't really. Clearly, red side is favored for one reason or another, and it was successful in that last game. It was victorious. So definitely, we'll see what Meme Team can do here, and we'll see how Team Yellow look. This is going to be their first game on blue side here as well. So we'll see what they prioritize in the draft. Their first pick. As we are going to be getting into it here. We are starting up now. The draft for game number 3. What are you expecting here, Soviet, to be? And what's maybe sort of the most significant change, generally speaking, that you think we might expect to see?
It's possible that Meme Team bans the Amumu. I think that is going to be their only change, if there is a change for their bans. Obviously, I'm mainly talking about their first phase bans. But yeah, I don't think that I think City on Wards is gonna ban the same things. I think they've showed that they can play against the Ezreal in this past game. So I think this is gonna be Braum here for their last ban.
The Ezreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, ban.
And why would you be, man? He just wants to jump away. Why are you gonna be afraid of somebody that all they want to do is run away?
True enough.
And yeah, so I mean this last ban
from far away. But,
exactly.
I get your
that's
point.
True. Yeah. You got to this is either going to be, I think, a Mumu if they're actually worried about it, or this could just as easily be the Morgana again. And yeah, it's the Morgana again. I think if they just play a tank as opposed to like some sort of bruiser, I think they'll have a better time against it if
the side of Meme Team, you mean, if they play a tank?
Yeah, if you play a tank up against the Amumu, I think they'll have a better time.
Right. Absolutely.
Now that they've seen it.
Still available, yeah. And Meme
Yeah.
Team does have that last
Sure
pick
do.
available for them on the red side. So if they do see the
Right.
Amumu locked in, if they save one of those solo lane picks for last, they should be able to find a more favorable matchup for the Sad Mummy, or against the Sad Mummy rather, as it's going to be Cho'Gath actually is the
Yeah.
first pick locked away here for the side of
Which
Team Sitting
is
on Wards in our third game.
that is interesting.
Yeah,
That
not I
is,
think what we would expect.
yeah. Because I mean, almost. Oh, Vayne.
I think we have seen Fridge on the Cho'Gath before. So
Yes,
it's
I think so. Yeah.
definitely a pick that he's going to be pretty comfortable on at the very least.
Yeah.
But
And they
can
come back.
struggle into the Vayne.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very
I mean,
early
Vayne
Vayne
Leona,
pick.
man. They're just trying to kill you.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
want to
So
kill you dead.
my thoughts on the Vayne Leona lane. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, honestly. Leona
Yeah, I agree.
definitely wants to go in early,
Hmm.
and Vayne definitely does not. So
Yeah.
you got a little bit of anti-synergy there. Once you do scale more towards the mid portions, once Vayne gets an item, then it can feel pretty good. But in terms of the early laning phase, the champions kind of want to do different things, I think so.
Yeah, it's definitely like a solo queue pub stompy
Hmm.
bottom lane comp, right? Because it's like, it's like, oh my god, Leona has so much CC, like you're just CCing me, and and the Vayne just has all of her damage. Where Vayne really wants attack speed. Like, I mean, Vayne has a
Right.
lot of damage built in with the silver bolts.
Yeah.
So really, the Vayne can be looking to fight with Leona pretty happily. Once she gets 1100 gold for her Berserker's Greaves. But yeah, I mean, I agree. But before that, like before the first back, Vayne doesn't really want to fight. I mean, especially against a Sivir. Vayne has terrible wave clear, just like Ezreal.
Yeah,
So
the
having the
Sivir lock
Sivir,
in for Cheddar again, I think definitely makes a lot of sense. But the Jarvan is a little puzzling to me. It seems like a little bit of a
yeah,
self counter pick into the Vayne. Seems like it could be a little bit scary.
yeah,
But
because I mean,
Trundle now,
you're just giving Vayne more walls to stun you onto.
it's a very very big wall actually. So
Yep.
if Andrews is paying attention and he has that cooldown available,
Yep.
could be pretty good for the Vayne there. But the Trundle is going to be the last pick of round one here for the side of Meme Team, and it's still flexible. Could go either top or jungle here, I think, for the Troll King.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like we've seen Chovy play Trundle. I've seen him in the past, and game one it was no, I'm sorry. Game one was Trundle top for Team Yellow.
Right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is correct. And the Trundle was not victorious in that one, of
Right.
course.
Yeah.
But he would do pretty well into the Cho'Gath, I would have to believe. We are needing a little
Mhm.
bit of AP still for the side of Meme Team, and the Diana still available actually. If Joby doesn't want to go back towards that one, would pair
Yeah.
extremely well with the Leona as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lux and Yone banned away by Meme Team, so that will not be available for Agassi or Decomposition, respectively. Anivia and what is our last ban going to be here for Team Sitting on Wards? It could be the Diana, or maybe they want to continue to focus Duckmark, as also we still need a mid laner for Meme Team. And we know how difficult it is to ban out Chobi. So it is going to be the Veigar once again here, it looks like, getting taken off of the table. And
Makes sense.
what are you expecting to get locked in here from Meme Team, Soviet?
Wow, they're leading counter.
That's not what I was expecting. I don't know what you were expecting, but that wasn't what I had in mind.
It kind of makes sense. He's very good in the top lane, and he's in team fights. It's protection for Vayne.
Yeah,
you can eat Vayne out of
it's true.
Out of Cataclysm. So
yeah, Comp should be pretty successful at keeping the Vayne safe there. It's a lot of frontline for Meme Team, just in general. They've got 3 nice, big, beefy champions there to stand in front of the Vayne. So
there's the Malphite. So they Meme Team has been banned Malphite in the second phase of both the first 2 drafts. So now Malphite has gotten through. So that means that Cho'Gath is either going to be in the jungle or support.
Yep.
Which is interesting.
True.
Well, and then there's a Jarvan also. No, so yeah, sure.
Oh man, it could
not
be
anymore.
Malphite support even.
Yeah, I guess.
It's another spicy draft from Sitting on Wards here. Again, We are not really too sure where these champions are going.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's an 11-16 draft.
No
Vladimir,
magic damage yet
yeah,
for Meme Team. Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No,
What were you
you're
saying?
good. Vladimir and Jarvan both got small buffs in
Oh,
11-16,
that is
and
true.
I like Silas.
Silas,
Yeah,
really good
Silas.
pick here, actually.
Yeah. A lot of big ults.
Yeah, Cho'Gath, Malphite, even Jarvan, really, really good for
Yep.
Silas to steal there. So he
Hmm.
is going to be feeling pretty good about that pick. I think he's got some good synergies with the rest of his team there as well. They're very skirmishy.
Hmm.
And again, sitting on wards seems like they're also pretty much drafting for team fight here still.
Yeah.
Drafting for Wombo combo basically, and a little bit of scaling there as well with the
Yeah.
Vladimir added in.
I also like where for meme team they're all either melee or short range. So like they're all like kind of they're all
True,
they're all gonna be together.
true.
It's not gonna be like we saw at the end of the last game, right? Like they're never gonna be like a screen away from each other
Right.
in team fights.
Where you had the Diana diving in while
Right.
Ezreal and Senna were like a screen away trying to shoot out skill
Hmm.
shots and
Yep.
a little bit discoordinated. But yeah, absolutely agree there. It's, definitely all these champions that Meme Team have drafted are going to be wanting to do a similar thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully that can look a little bit better for them here this time around.
And they also all can like go in, right? Trundle,
Yeah.
has his frozen domain. He's like, making a beeline at your people. Tom Kench, Bissell dives in. Silas has his chains to get in. Vayne gets movement speed when she's running at the enemies. So just trying to run
Leona
people
really
down.
needs no explanation.
Yeah, just ult you from forever away, right? And then
Yeah.
E flash, boom, get him. I love it.
Absolutely. We do have some pretty tanky boys though on the side of
Yeah.
a team sitting on wards. So Vayne is definitely going to have her work cut out for her. I hope she has a lot of bolts in that quiver
Yeah.
because she is going to need them.
True. Yeah. All right. So it is going to be Cho'Gath support.
Yeah,
So
it is.
that is
Paired
that
up
is
with
not
a
something.
Sivir.
Yeah, that's not something I've seen before. I've not seen Agassi play it either, and it's kind of, but it's like it's much different than what he has been playing. He's
That is
played
true.
he's played the Lux, the Janna, like they banned the Morgana away and the Morgana and the Zillion away from him. So
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a little bit of a pivot for Agassi here this game. See how he looks on the big void monster.
Yep.
We have seen Cho'Gath support before, of course. It was most common back when Senna was the premier AD marksman. You'd see a lot of those fasting Senna lanes with farming Cho'Gath. He has some pretty favorable matchups down there actually as well into some supports. I'm not really too familiar with all those Cho'Gath bot lane matchups, but can look good certainly.
Yeah, I mean he was there was I think it was like 2 or 3 patches ago. I mean he was just like if you saw Cho'Gath early in the draft, he could have been top mid or support like with equal regularity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's definitely just a strong champion. Yeah, I mean scaling too, like the feast, like I think is very cool.
So how do you
And
expect the 2v2 to play out down there? Sivir Cho'Gath versus Vayne Leona. Both some very interesting duos that we don't necessarily see too often.
I think the Vayne has a lot to dodge. Gonna need to be tumbling away from the boomerangs and out of the ruptures. But I mean, if you can do that, I honestly think, because of the silver bolts, they might even be able to, if they can get ahead, Vayne Leona, make Cho'Gath the target. And CC the Cho'Gath, so you completely invalidate the spell shield.
Yeah, definitely Cho'Gath should be an easier target than the Sivir there for a number of reasons. The lack of a spell shield definitely being a very significant one.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's it all makes sense. I mean and I mean I think that the Vayne Leona is going to be able to set themselves up for ganks. I mean much easier because if we saw like from last game, like Cheta is just going to be pushing the lane the whole time as Sivir.
True. Very true.
Yeah. So
we do have Jarvan though for Javi this game, which if he is also playing around bot side, counter gank could look pretty good. The name of the
True, yeah.
game for team sitting on wards is really just kill Vayne. That's how you win the game.
Yeah,
You just got to
yeah.
kill Vayne.
This yeah,
So
this looks like
that's
like an old CLG comp. You know, you got double lift on Vayne, and then just four meatballs.
bunch of beefy boys around
Yeah.
him. Yeah, trying to keep him safe.
Yep.
Definitely fun
But-
one.
But don't worry, he's just gonna be bot lane at 30 minutes still. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be interesting. There's definitely a lot of hard engage for sitting on
is.
wards.
There really, really is.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, like I think I mentioned already, the Sivir ultimate, I think is going to synergize extremely well with this team. You Sivir ultimate onto the Malphite. He's running at you a million miles an hour.
Right.
Mountain rolling downhill. That's pretty scary. Vladimir as well, with that huge movement speed buff. He can get a whole lot of work done as well. So, yeah.
And I mean, even if he has to pool, right, he retains the movement speed. So he's just zooming around.
Zooming, for sure.
Yep. So just waiting here for the timer.
It's definitely the scaling debate here. I think is a pretty interesting one. Both Sivir and Vayne, you could argue scaled pretty well into the later portions of the game there. But what do you think? Do you think one of these teams has a significant advantage overall?
I don't think a significant advantage. No, I think scaling is pretty even. Like I think like Vladimir scales harder probably than Sivir, especially if she's gonna go lethality.
That's fair.
Because that's another thing. Like we might see Sivir play crit because there's
a lot of frontliners. I think that would make a lot more sense actually for Chet in this game. I would hope to see a more crit focused builds with probably an LDR second. Honestly,
you might even have it's probably terrible on Sivir, but like if any game like a Kraken Slayer.
Oh, I think that's the way to go for sure. Yeah.
It's just gonna be tough. I think for her autos. So she does have lethal tempo. I see a lot of
good.
So,
I think that's absolutely the correct rune choice this game for the Sivir. Grasp on the Cho'Gath, I think, also makes quite a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Comment on the Malphite, I find a little bit more flexing. What do you think about that rune choice?
Comet is actually a lot of.
I know it's common.
Play Malphite. Like I said, I don't really like it, but if pros do it, there's obviously there's a reason.
Yeah,
right?
But they don't do it into all matchups. I feel like if you're going against Tom Kench,
for sure. Into a Tom Kench, absolutely, I would have probably take Grasp. And Vlad has Airy. Is that?
Yeah, that's also a bit strange. I think Phase Rush is really more common on Vlad, but we'll see what he can do with the Airy. As we are going for a 5-man invade here for the side of Meme Team, but they are not going to really find anything. We'll be forced to just back out here.
Yep. After it worked so well for them in the last game, how could you not do it again, right?
Yeah, that's true. Wait, wasn't it Team Yellow that got the first?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm mixed up for the sides.
They switched sides.
No. Yeah, switch sides. Let's switch. All right. Yeah. Focusing in.
Get it together, Soviet. Come on.
Yeah, for real. God, all these games.
NA caster, Keck W.
Yeah, exactly. That's me.
We are starting bot side for both of these junglers once again here. But Jarvan is not really one to full clear. We'll see what Javi does early on here, but I definitely don't expect him to just clear all his camps. That would be a poor use of his time, I would have to say.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, just kill the buff and follow your bot lane to the lane and gank.
That's an option. You're Vayne Leona, doesn't really do anything at all at level 1, so could potentially look pretty good.
Could be. No, it looks like he's not going to do that. But, he still could, look mid or top. 3 camp or something.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. I'm definitely going to be interested to track the Jarvan early game here. So, Trundle is definitely going to be outpacing him a little bit here, just in terms of a straight, farming battle.
Yeah. And right as soon as 2 minutes hit, 5 biscuits appear in the inventories.
Lots of biscuits on the Rift here. Everybody's feeling peckish, I guess. wants to go for the snacks here during the laning phase. Duckmark going in for a little bit of a trade here. Not necessarily getting the better end of it, though, as Decomposition will be able to heal up with the Empowered Q momentarily. It was a nice ward on the enemy red buff, actually, that was placed by team sitting on wards, so they know that Trundle started on the bot side, but of course that ward has now expired, so they will not see when the Troll King is actually on that buff. And Jarvan also still taking camps, unfortunately. I'm a little bit sad about it. Yeah,
I mean, what are you gonna do?
He doesn't have super gankable lanes, I will say. His solo laners are Malphite and Vladimir, which don't have any setup. I mean, really, like, Jarvan is the setup. Like, that's kind of why you pick the champion. But, it would be difficult. I'll give him that.
He has cleared much faster than Trundle.
Well, they're on even CS right now.
But he's already in the river. Is what I'm saying.
True. Taking up that topside Scuttle Crab on the Jarvan. And the bottom lane rotating up here, pressure coming out of Cheetah and Agassi means they are going to walk over here and prevent Matcha from getting into the river there. Matcha going in, though, dropping the Ignite onto the Trundle. Trundle does not have his AD carry in the area. Gets a Rupture onto but Cheetah has just abandoned him, and that is going to be first blood going over to the Vayne. Manjuice able to pick up the gold from that kill exactly where Meme Team wants it. Meanwhile, mid lane Decomposition getting pretty low, still has the pool, though. Pretty patiently there on the Vladimir, but that was a huge for Meme Team, that first blood. Yeah,
and you gotta, if you're sitting on wards, you gotta say, I saw Trundle top, like he's obvious, like I got the scuttle, he's obviously running down to the scuttle. So I mean, Cho'Gath shouldn't be running, into the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the initial move from the bottom lane, but then they split up.
I don't.
And then Cho'Gath was just kind of caught out there in no man's land, and Leona stunned him forever, and then he died. So.
Yeah. But. Yeah. And first blood on Vayne. Yeah, I mean, and there's the Berserker's Greaves, so I mean, it can really go.
Those chains could have landed from Duckmark. Could have been pretty big. Yeah. Couldn't find it, though.
Yeah. It can really get out of control really quickly for the bottom lane. Because, I mean, Vayne, that's all she needs. She just needs these yellow shoes.
Pretty much, man. You were talking about it earlier on, how attack speed is just the most important stat for the Vayne here. Playing very aggressive, gets the proc onto Cheetah. Still has Flash. Oh, Prince Mandra's going for the kill, flashing in. Flash response. Cheetah staying alive, just barely there on the Sivir.
Yeah, I think that's a good trade actually for the Vayne. Like, I mean, if you're being aggressive, you really just don't want the opponents to have summoners.
Yeah, man, just playing aggressively, probably gonna paying off for him pretty well here.
Yeah,
he has the Leona on his side as well.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, and
they've
got the wave. They've got the wave in a great spot too.
That's true. Dragon is alive here. We're coming up on 6 minutes. Cloud Dragon is going to be our first this game.
Yep. I feel like it's our first every game. I guess not.
Is it?
No, it's been the first dragon all 3 games.
Oh. What was our Soul first game? Mountain?
Soul first game was Mountain,
and then Ocean, right?
And then Ocean, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what we get for game number 3 here. So that's a teleport back into the lane for Fridge. Tom Kench, pretty low, but also has the teleport ready to go. So could go for a reset whenever he would like to.
Yep. And I think the play here with Trundle, if everybody's coming down here for this dive, and then look for Dragon.
Yeah, we got 4-man play coming out from Meme Team here on the bottom side. Cheetah getting pillared. He's in a little bit of trouble. Going to get dived on by the Zenith Blade. His spell shield already used, and he is just going to get absolutely annihilated. Kill going over to Matcha this time, which is probably not where they wanted it, but it's okay.
Yeah. You said in one of the other games about Nocturne, he's only got 1 spell shield. Yeah, Sivir needed a couple more spell shields on that one.
Yeah, I think she needed like 3 or 4 more at least.
She needed to be Gwen. Gwen is immune. Gwen is immune.
If only Sivir was made 10 years later than she actually was. Oh well, unlucky.
Are we gonna...
stolen! Javi getting into the pit there, flashing out now. Chobi flashing over the wall as well for the follow. Javi is going to be saved by his Cho'Gath support who gets the rupture. Javi walking back into the Trundle for some reason. Just kind of gets chomped. Yeah, I don't know what the plan was there.
Oh, this could be a tragedy. There's no flashes for whatever team.
Manjuice is playing this very aggressively. 50% HP on the team. Has the Trundle behind him.
Bruh. Man, I feel it. Man, he had Pillar back again. I feel like that would have been a double kill if Chobi didn't get distracted by the red buff.
We got the pool going down with Duckmark again. Can't quite find the chains. He has the stolen Vladimir ultimate ready to go, but not able to find those chains means no kill pressure.
Yep. Yeah, man, this is a huge wave for Sivir. She's gonna catch back up. And there's nothing that Prince can do. I mean, he's got red.
Sivir only down about 500 gold. About a long sword and some change there. Not the most, as that's a nicely timed pool from decomposition. We have the Cataclysm, but an even better flash. Duckmark gets himself straight out of there and is going to be just fine.
He didn't even flash is so fast. He didn't even take the Cataclysm damage.
Yeah. Oh, Dad lands the chains this time. Ignited. Decomposition is just dead. There's nothing he can do. Duckmark, flash ignite, able to find the outplay on decomposition there. Nicely done by the meme team mid laner.
Tom Kench letting Vayne know she doesn't have flash. Very good.
But you know what Vayne does have? The ultimate is going on to Cheddar now. One more auto attack. Oh, that was way too easy for Manjuice. Yes. That was way too easy.
Honestly, I thought that was... Oh, no, he got slowed. Like, that was... I mean, that's a solo kill, right? With your support standing there. Other than the pillar. Like, crazy.
It was like 3-4 auto attacks, maybe?
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Silver Bolt.
Jetta still level 5.
Yeah.
And once again, we're looking at a little bit of a similar story as to what we saw in game number 1 here, Soviet. The strong point for this Team Yellow squad. Chetta and Agassi down here in the bottom lane. They are just getting destroyed right now in the 2v2, and that does not bode well for Team Yellow as we move into the mid portions of this one.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, there are 2 deaths, or I guess, sorry, 3 deaths now. Chobi's been there every time, so they're focusing the bot side.
Not really a 2v2. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Which I think is, what you should be doing. Like, junglers, junglers need to, top doesn't exist, man. Don't go there.
When it's a Malphite versus Tom Kench, that lane is just a figment of your imagination if you're playing.
It's terrible up there.
It's like a make-believe. Yeah.
Yep. Oh my god. All these pink ward denials in this series.
Gotta love that vision control.
Oh,
very important. Trundle has had a little bit of an epiphany here. He's realized that top is in fact a lane in League of Legends, and he is going to find Malphite a little bit overextended. Fridge does get a nice unstoppable force onto 2, but he is subjugated. He is getting dived on abyssally by Drive-By Panda and will be claimed. Last hit going over to Chobi there on the Trundle.
Oh my god, I didn't even... Wow, I don't know what was happening, but I didn't even realize that the Herald's been killed. And
oh, hey, I didn't realize that either. By the way, did Javi get that? How did that happen?
I don't know. Maybe when they were 3-manning for the latest Vayne kill.
Oh, probably, yeah. When Chobi was down there ganking bot. Oh, we got another EQ coming in. Duckmark in a lot of trouble. Little stolen Jarvan ultimate. Oh, he's able to trade one. Duckmark playing very well in this one. Does end up going down, but he is able to trade back onto the enemy jungler.
Yep. All good things. And then, yeah, so 50 seconds for Dragon. I mean, these 2 deaths aren't going to mean anything.
That was the first kill of the game for the side of team sitting on wards here in game number 3. So, at least they're on the board now, but
that's how these games are going, right?
Both have been very one-sided.
Yeah. Whatever team's winning, they give over 1 kill. Like, they give them a taste, but no more.
So really, what you're saying, Soviet, is that kill going over to team sitting on wards was like the death blow. That means the game is officially lost now.
Yeah.
Because they got to kill.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. As Prince Manjuice auto-attacks that cannon while his support had 2 stacks on their support item. So that's a little bit reportable, I think. But
I agree.
We'll see if we can get through it.
As a support, I 100% agree. God. Oh. -90 for me. I hate it.
So we are going to be clearing out some vision, but that's a nice rupture, and that's an EQ in. Vayne in a lot of trouble here, Soviet. Shut down by Javi on the Jarvan. We have a lot of teleports coming down now. The entirety of Team Sitting on Wards is coming down here into the bottom side for this Dragon fight. No Vayne means no chance for Meme Team. They are just going to have to give this one up.
Yeah, but Tom is going to get some plates, so, hopefully, yeah, wow, Tom has gotten so many plates. What is this? He's gotten 3 plates already? That's crazy.
That is a lot of plates. We are still sitting on... Oh, that's an unstoppable force that is flashed away from... Again, Duckmark with a very clean flash there. Nice reaction time for the Meme Team mid laner, but we do see Herald getting dropped now in mid. That is going to be 3 turret plates going down at least here, as Duckmark does have some reinforcements now from Chovy, the jungler, coming in to reinforce here, prevent that tower from going down. But a decent couple of plays here coming out from Team Sitting on Wards. They have closed this gold lead down. It's only about 2,000 now. Still in favor of Meme Team, but not as high as it was just a minute or so ago.
Yeah, Prince was in Ezreal mode there. Just, in the Tri-Brush auto attack on the ward. You don't have...
I mean, he does still have a dash, but wasn't enough to save him, as we are seeing a nice pool from Decomposition. Dodge out on the chains there, but Chovy is here, and no pool for the Vladimir. That's going to be a pillar, but Vladimir is able to scooch around it underneath the tower there. He's able to stay safe. And the top laners are just kind of, having some fun here.
Some good tongue work by Drive by Panda.
Definitely. Oh, Zenith Blade connects. Try to maybe get some trouble here. Vayne already popping the final hour. That is just going to be a kill. Nothing that the Sivir could possibly hope to do in that situation. Another nice pool from Decomposition is not going to be locked up by the frozen pillar there. Able to dodge out on a number of these games. Flash in. That was very aggressive from Javi.
All right.
But overestimating what he could get done there. As Duckmark just kind of casually dashes away. As we had a 3-man play, Agassi, his AD carry already died, and he just stuck around that tower for some reason. Thought he could survive.
He flashed to Vayne. He flashed into Vayne's arms.
Oh, yeah, unlucky there. Duckmark going back in. When's the healing going to come through here? The Everfrost does not connect. Decomposition able to get the kill this time around. It's a little bit of revenge for himself here in mid lane. Both mid laners sitting on 2 kills now, but this bottom lane, for Team Sitting on Wards, is just an absolute dumpster fire at this point.
Yeah, this is Vayne's runaway train. Yeah, I mean they have the tools to deal with it. I mean, there's nothing a Vayne can do. If she doesn't have flash, you can't really do anything against a Malphite ulting you. But
yeah,
we need to make it to the team fights before that matters.
That is what it's going to come down to. Javi going for the EQ onto the Malphite, but Chovy is here for the reinforcements. We have the Devour. Jarvan getting extremely low. Unstoppable Force onto 2, but Jarvan is already down. And now Fridge has no more escape tools left. He does have the flash, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get him out of here. Chovy laid in there. One more chomp is going to be enough. Double kill for Chovy on the Trundle. 4-0 now for the Team Meme jungler.
Yeah. He is also never going to die. He is just going to be running around chomping.
Yeah.
Just
happy as can be.
Smacking people with his big bat.
Yeah, not the little slugger Trundle. What skin is that?
Yeah.
I can't really see.
I actually don't know. It's some kind of...
Yeah.
It's like...
Does Trundle have any, world skins or anything like that? That's kind of what it looks like.
It's like a world breaker.
Oh, that's World Breaker Trundle is the word for production here. Is that a new skin?
It's new-ish. It seriously, it looks exactly like the new trolls in WoW. Especially the mace. It looks exactly like it, which is,
Well, it definitely seems to be working out for him here.
Yeah.
As he is doing quite well here in game number 3. We are sitting on 2 turrets to none in favor of Meme Team currently. And Dragon number 3 is going to be spawning onto the map shortly. Team Sitting on Wards actually were able to pick up the first 2, but that is going to be a dead AD carry once again here, as he just face checked the wrong bush and paid for it with his life, as Duckmark is looking for more here, diving in with the chains, but Jarvan EQ over the wall, going to get the knock up onto Silas, and he's going to get cataclysmed up as well, almost taking out the Cho'Gath, but he does not have enough gas in the tank there. Does get taken out a little bit too far forward this time around. It was a Duckmark.
Yeah. Man,
gonna be dead.
Just oversteps, yeah.
Sivir is alive, but has quite the trek to make if she wants to get over to this dragon pit.
She's also so far from being relevant.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Like, and man, Tom Kench. Just, I mean, he's got TP.
Meanwhile, top lane,
just tonguing this tower.
Oh, he is just devouring that thing.
Letting him know.
Must taste excellent.
Yeah.
He is just like savoring every little rock of that tower.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a team fight, and Malphite's here. So can Malphite play the Vayne?
Some mid-priority here for the side of Team Sitting on Words. They want to put themselves on Infernal Soul points, but they're down 6,000 golds. Here comes the teleport. Tom Kench is going to be joining the play. We see all these meme team members rotating down from mid lane. Fridge is going to get engaged on here. He gets the Unstoppable Force, but only onto one. Silas has the ultimate as well, and he has the better one. Who's the better Malphite? It's Duckmark. He's got a couple of knockups here. Then God of Matcha is going to get taken down here, actually. Catfish abyssally diving forward, but it looks like Team Sitting on Words actually is coming out on top here in this one. They have the numbers advantage now. Javi EQing. This Tom Kench is living for so long. He's actually able to dive onto Agassi and get the kill, but just focusing the driving now. Early smite! That wasn't even close! What was that smite, Javi? As it is stolen away by Chobi. The Cataclysm is going to be enough to secure the kill onto the Trundle, but a very poor smite from the Team Yellow jungler means they will not put themselves on that soul point.
Fridge?
No.
Fridge?
I think he's fine. I think he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was so afraid. Like it looked like he just like didn't realize for a second that he was tanking it because like he like just ran straight into it.
Right.
Yeah. But no, we're good.
I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Pretty tanky on the rock there. You know, that passive shield able to soak up that extra tower shot with that one as well.
Yeah.
Able to claim that mid lane tier 1 at least.
Now is meme team gonna get a tower on the reverse though?
Yeah, we do have a pretty much reset for almost everybody here. Only the Cho'Gath support, all by himself, defending mid lane tier 1 right now. But only the Tom Kench is pushing. But looks like that's actually going to be more than enough.
He has acquired the taste for towers in this game. That's the third tower. Yeah. Man, that's so funny.
That should be his official thing. Yeah. You know how Vayne is like the Night Hunter? Tom Kench is the Turret Eater.
True? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the what is Tom Kench's thing? It's like the isn't it something about like the the River King, right?
Yeah, that is his thing.
Yeah.
Which is good. You know, I'm not trying to take that away from him.
Right,
He can still be the River King too, maybe. Yeah.
He's so girthy. He can definitely hold multiple titles.
Well, he's looking for more here as well. He's looking for a taste of Malphite. But Fridge is going to be able to get himself out of there with the Unstoppable Force.
Yep. Yeah, all good. I mean, yeah, that's yeah. So Chobi smited the dragon, but I think like on the whole, that fight was like really bad for meme team.
But I mean, it's going to find Poppy in the bush here. We are going to have a team fight breaking out here. Soviet Leona going in with the Zenith Blade. The Solar Flare is not really going to do a whole lot. We have the stolen Malphite ultimate once again, though. Flash Malphite ultimate from Duckmark straight into the back line. He is going to get a couple of, that's 4 dead for the side of Team Sitting on Words. They have just gotten annihilated in this fight. That's going to be 5 for 1 and a Baron on top for meme team.
Yeah. I said it was bad for them. Yeah, forget it. I'm stupid. No, it's fine. They're doing just fine. Yeah, no, I mean, like, being able to steal Malphite ult is, I mean, completely game-breaking. And, you know, every single fight that it's available, they have to be wary about that.
Yeah, definitely. Duckmark finding exactly the engage that he needed to. Straight onto the Sivir there. As well as the Vladimir, I think, was maybe also... engaged on there with that Silas stolen Malphite ult.
Yeah, I mean, Vlad is trying. Like, I mean, you know, he's got his Cosmic Drive, which is, you know, sort of where he starts to take off. But you know, the rest of the team is sort of crumbling around him. And this Tom Kench is just never gonna die. He's got the fist. He's got the chains. That's really all he needs.
Oh yeah, let's try and figure out who the chains are on.
They are
for curiosity's sake here.
They're on Sivir.
That makes sense. Although, does it make sense? I feel like Vladimir would make more sense. Sivir is 0 and 5.
Well,
I don't think if Sivir can actually kill Tahm Kench, even like without the chains attached.
Yeah, I'm probably just healing Tahm Kench at this point.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
My only guess is, I guess he figures like he has the Spectre's Cowl, right? That's what that's called. Yeah, he has a Spectre's Cowl. He has the health from the chains itself, and he's got the MR from the and he doesn't really have an armor item.
That's true. That is true.
I guess like he just wants the he's just hedging or whatever. But no, I mean I would also probably have it on Vladimir.
I mean, realistically, I don't think anybody on Team Sitting on Words can actually kill Tahm Kench now, so it doesn't really matter who he has the chains on.
For sure.
Because he's just unkillable regardless.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the most fun thing about playing Tom Top. You just, like, you just can't die. Like, if you don't, like, feed out of your mind, you just can't die.
Oh, Javi's going for something here. He's got the Cataclysm onto Manjuice, but it just sets Manjuice up for Beautiful Condemn. That's a very nice flash from Manjuice as well. Manjuice just completely outplaying that Team Yellow engage, able to easily clean up there with the help from the rest of his team, and they are just going to go ahead and push towards those inhibitors.
Yep.
Don't even need the minion.
Don't even need minions.
Just tank the tower. Yeah. Although I think it should probably be Tahm Kench instead of Leona that's doing that tanking. But they are going to be able to take that one.
We got the minions now.
Yeah.
Can they? They got. I mean, they're certainly going to.
I don't think they can end. No.
They can't.
Everybody's going to respawn, but they are going to get the inhibitor here and then fall back
just kill
and collect
again.
that second Infernal. Most likely will be the play.
Oh, there you go. Yep, that has spawned. Yeah. Oh, we got Silas on the way out. Just gonna snatch an ultimate just for fun.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think that there's any reason for any Team Sitting on Words members to even be walking over here, because this is just going to be gone long before you can contest it.
Yeah.
They are trying, they're moving, but I mean, they have to clear out this vision and
clearing this vision and just being sad that their jungle's taken.
Right. So, that is more than a 10,000 gold lead now in favor of Meme Team. They are very much in control of this one. Do you think there is any chance remaining for Team Sitting on Words to take Game 3 here?
There would have to be. So let's see. So Vayne, I mean, the short answer is no. But yeah, Vayne's got her third item. Like, I mean, so they would have to be. I mean, like for this, they would have to fight this Baron before Vayne gets her flashback. And Malphite would need to ult, like Malphite, Jarvan, Vladimir need to ult the Vayne while not dying to Trundle and Silas, which is just not a reality because Trundle has 2 items. And
I mean, that is a little bit of a silver lining, honestly, I think, for the side of Team Sitting on Wards, is that the game plan has not changed at all. The way that you win is still kill Vayne. It always was, and it always will be. So, if you can somehow accomplish that, you can still win. But easier said than done, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if there was ever a game to buy Knight's Vow, which is a horrible item, you should never, ever buy it, ever, 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 ever. It's so bad. It would be this game to buy on Leona instead of this Thornmail.
Working towards the Thornmail,
yeah. Or like a chain. Oh, I guess the chain's is actually not great. The chains.
Oh, yeah. Tahm Kench abyssally diving in. Not going to be able to find the knockup this time, though.
Yeah. That's just the range that ability has once you have it maxed out.
Yeah.
Max level is incredible.
Pretty bonkers. Decomposition a little bit far forward here. The pool has been forced out.
Yeah. Like it's on the surface, it's just the Vayne, but I mean, like, Trundle hit him like 3 times.
Yeah,
and he's just enough. like.
Oh, EQ in, but the Devourer comes out from Drive-By Panda, nullifying that potential engage. Decomposition going in now, trying to make something happen. He's going into the pool. Jarvan goes back in with the Cataclysm, but just gets annihilated. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Malphite gets solo killed by Silas. Agassi will be the next to fall underneath the tower. It's going to be a clean ace. Well, almost, I guess. Decomposition did manage to survive somehow, but it's going to be at 4-0. And the Nexus going over to Meme Team of Dreams. They are going to make this series 2-1 score in their favor, trying to close it out in 4 games, see if they can do it. As the Nexus will eventually fall here. They want the last kill. They are going to get the ace in the end.
Yep.
8-1, Prince Manjuice on the Vayne. 9-1, Chobi on the Trundle. The jungler and the AD carry for Meme Team popping off here in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, and Duck too. I mean, he died a couple of times, but I mean, you know, he was going in. I mean, Silas was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Whenever you see, whenever you lock in an Alistair or a Malphite, you've got to always be wary of the Silas.
They weren't ready for the Silas.
Yeah.
They definitely were not ready.
Yeah. Silas is definitely. I like Silas. Silas is definitely I like the design of. Very good.
It was a close call, actually, for most damage here in this one. Vayne did manage to edge it out, but Trundle and Silas definitely were both giving Vayne a run for her money there. So,
that's the thing, man.
You were saying.
Yeah. I mean, even like 12, like almost 13,000 for Tahm Kench. Like, you know, when you play as Tahm Kench, or when you he just doesn't really do anything. He just exists around you, and he's just dealing thousands of damage.
Wins.
Yeah. Which is awesome. Like, that's I love Tahm. I love just existing in team fights and just killing people.
Yeah, definitely worked out pretty well for the Catfish in that last game. Pretty happy overall with how that one went. We'll see. You know, once again, if we see some more adjustments in the draft phase here, I mean, you have to believe that, Team Sitting on Wards has faith that they can potentially play around something like the Vayne coming out for Manjuice, but, maybe you take away the Tahm Kench. I don't know. It's a tough one.
That's the problem, right? It's like, they're always going to get something they want. And so if you're really worried about the three champions you've been banning in every game of the series, it's really hard to to go away from that, to just to ban something that might have just worked in one game where you could just play around it differently.
Yeah, I mean, it is backs against the wall now for the side of Team Sitting on Wards. So they are going to need to be sure that they set themselves up with the best draft possible here for game number 4 if they want to push us towards those silver scrapes.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely think that Vayne's not really a champion. I don't think you need to ban. Like, she is short range. So I definitely think you can play against the Vayne. The Tahm Kench is, I don't know. You just gotta not die to him. Like, I think the Malphite versus Tahm Kench was fine. Like, it's not like Tom didn't really run away with the game through winning lane. I don't think. I mean, he got a couple of ganks. And he definitely has more damage potential than a Malphite. But I don't think you want to ban Tahm Kench either. I think the bans are fine for them. They just gotta I don't know. They just gotta I mean, it all goes downhill. It seems like they give up that first kill on the Cho'Gath in the river for the first scuttle, and then it was just rapid decline from that.
Yeah.
The game they won, it was the invade. So I mean,
true.
It's hard to bank on getting an invade kill, but I mean, I think they need to invade again. I think they need to look for aggressively look for the first kill, and then try and snowball through that lane, whoever gets it.
Certainly, the story of this series so far has been whoever gets that early lead does end up running away with the game. So I do agree. It will likely be critical for the side of Team Sitting on Wards to find that early advantage through invades or otherwise, in order to try and come out on top here in this one.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna be a little bit, because there's people going to the bathroom.
A little bit of a break here.
Yep. Sure.
Sure. Sounds good to me. I think we are going to be going to a little bit of a break here, folks. Just a couple of minutes while the teams prepare for game number 4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with the continuation of this exciting Team Gap Gold Spotlight Series Finals. See you soon. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Team Gap League. 2-1 right now is the match score in favor of the meme team of Dreams. Heading into game 4 here, they are going to be looking to close it out in 3-1 fashion and claim the undisputed title of Gold League champion. Soviet, what does Team Yellow need to change here as we head into the draft for game number 4 in order to push us towards a 5th game and, a possible showdown at that point for the title?
They need to get an early lead and not die as much. And kill the opponents better.
Very astute advice there, Soviet.
Yeah, no,
Friends
yeah.
over there, sitting on Ward's squad.
Yep, so we've got the
see if
same
they're able to accomplish that.
Same 6 bans as we have every game.
Yeah.
So I think the picks might be different. Yeah, Trundle, it's good. I like this. This is progress from Green. They're not first picking Ezreal. This is so good.
Swapping sides once again here for the record. Meme team back over there on the blue side. Team sitting on wards, taking up residence once again on the red. They did have selection, of course. Team sitting on wards had selection as the losers of game number 3. Mm-hmm. They opted into that red side once again, continuing our trend here of red side priority for both of these squads. Trundle indeed has been the first lock-in. Caitlyn the Hover now locked away for Cheetah here in game number 4.
Wow. That wasn't Sidon Morgana. Lux.
Caitlyn's first appearance in the series here.
Yeah. They gonna lock in Lux here? And do trap nonsense?
Yeah. Could look pretty good there. Okay. All right. I do like this. Agassi looks pretty good on the Lux. That was the game that they won.
They won, yeah.
Was Agassi on the Lux. Has been locked in.
Yeah. Now that it's Caitlyn Lux, I am now more okay with him picking Ezreal.
Okay, so you think that the Caitlyn Lux, the power in lane of the Caitlyn Lux warrants?
Yeah, I just wanted to be safe. Ezreal. Like, because I mean, if Lux hits a binding ever, you're dead.
Ooh, well, that is not what Manjuice is going to be going for here. He has locked into Kai'Sa, and I do actually like that pairing. Go ahead, Soviet.
I like the pairing, but Kai'Sa into Caitlyn is really bad.
Yeah, Caitlyn lane dominant, Kai'Sa not so much.
Well, she gets outranged just by so much. Like there's just nothing. Yeah. There's really nothing you can do.
Absolutely.
And then I mean you have a range support, so like your Leona can't help you space at all. Like can't push her away. So like if you ever walk up to the wave, like you're just getting attacked.
And one thing to note here, Soviet, I really feel that a lot of these previous games in the series have been decided in large part by the bottom lane of each squad. It seems like whichever bottom lane gets ahead, they're generally able to carry their team to victory. So the Caitlyn Lux, we'll see if that is enough to push Sitting on Wards over the line here in game number 4. It is the volley bear for Javi this game, a champion that we know he is very comfortable on. That is, we'll see what he can do with that one. Could possibly be going up against Chobi's Trundle once again here. I do think that is probably pretty likely.
Yeah, I like it too. I like this. This matchup is like, I think extremely even. Like they're very close in clear speed. They're both, good at fighting early. And that's sort of when these games have been decided. So
in a 1v1, I think I would give the edge to the bear. But definitely Trundle, no slouch in the early game either.
Yeah.
As the bans in round 2 are almost the same here, but it is the Sejuani taken away by the meme team here, which is a little bit interesting, respecting the flexible nature of the bear, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, who were they banning? They were banning. Well, in the last game they banned Lux,
right?
And that was taken, and then they were before that banning Malphite. So I guess they don't care about the Malphite. I guess. Well, so if they pick Malphite, I guess. I mean, they do have last pick, so if they want to last pick Malphite. But I think we've got the Amumu solo again.
Amumu also was on team Sitting on Wards in their victory.
Yeah.
That was in the hands of Fridge, of course. So we'll see if that is going to be the top lane Amumu once again here.
I mean, and it's they have the Caitlyn Lux, right? That's what got them the invade kill in the game that they won. So they're probably going to do it again. Well, but yeah, I like the Tom Kench. I like the Tom Kench is very good.
Yeah, definitely. Tom Kench, once again here, going to be locked away for the meme team. Drive by Panda looked quite good on it in that previous game.
Yeah.
Very unkillable.
Yeah.
Much tank.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he's just so safe. Oh, and this is gonna be okay. Cool. Yeah. So Diana is no. This is for Duck.
Oh.
Yeah. Duck plays Katarina and Diana. He has for a very long time mid lane.
Interesting.
Yeah, and since since Diana has emerged as a jungler, he hasn't played it because it's been jungle priority. But yeah, he plays Diana a lot.
Okay. So it should be very exciting here. The Katarina was banned, of course, but the Diana was not. That will be claimed by Cho. He slipped all the way through the draft down to that last pick on blue side. And it will be answered by the Vladimir here for Decomposition once again. It wasn't enough to get the win in that last game, but Decomposition's performance individually was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, he was the bright spot for sitting on wards.
He was in that game number 3, absolutely was. So yeah, it looks like it will indeed be that top lane Mumu, most likely going to be Volibear into the jungle position there. We already talked about bot lane a little bit. That should be Caitlyn Lux favored. For assuming Leona doesn't get off any amazing engages or anything like that.
Right.
But the top lane is probably going to be pretty chill once again here. Amumu versus Tom Kench seems pretty uneventful. And then mid lane we have Diana versus Vladimir. Both scale pretty well.
Yeah.
But, what do you think? What do you think about that mid matchup?
Yeah, I mean it's probably going to be the most. I mean, it's certainly the most volatile lane, I think, of the 3. I mean, especially with any lane with Duckmark in it is going to be a volatile lane because he is a fighter.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think that bot lane, Leona Kaisa doesn't really want to fight at all until level 3, and then unless it's pretty much it's on Lux to get a binding. Level 1, level 2, you can absolutely kill Leona or Kaisa if you hit a Lux binding. So that's how that's gonna go. Beyond that, obviously it comes down to jungle ganks. I think that both junglers would be wise to focus on the bottom lane. That's where the series has been decided so far.
That is true.
Yeah. And actually, it's a Mumu jungle and Volibear top.
Well, we had some egg on our face last game there, Soviet. Remember, they swapped around at the last second on the side of sitting on wards. So let's again, hold off on our assumptions here. But that is the lock-ins for now. Is Fridge on the bear? We will see though.
There's no way, right? There's no way that they don't let him play a Mumu top again, right?
I feel like it's gonna be a Mumu top. I really feel like it's gonna be a Mumu top.
Yeah,
because he did look really gone on it. Fridge on the was pretty clean, all things considered. So would be pretty surprised if they went for something different.
They just want to feel smart, like they've tricked them. So,
do we expect Vladimir to go for the summon Airy again here?
I mean,
is that just a rune? The decomposition.
Honestly, I have no idea. It would not be what I would pick. I would do Phase Rush, but is that? I mean, Vladimir did just get changed, so yeah. I mean, Airy is seeing some play, but it's still by and large Phase Rush.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like over 60% of the time it's Phase Rush.
Well, now that we see these team compositions all fully formed here, Soviets, do you think one of these teams won draft? Do you prefer one composition over the other?
Overall, yeah, I prefer green. I think.
Okay.
I just don't think that. I don't know. I just do not like Lux's support. I do not, and I think Caitlyn is very weak.
Caitlyn Lux.
Yeah, it's great in lane. It's great in lane. If you don't leave lane like 20 CS up or like 3 kills up, I just don't think it's just like you failed.
All right. Well, we're gonna look to see if Cheta and Agassi can smash bot lane down there. That will likely be what is required in order to get their team into that 5th game. Yeah, I do kind of. I think I might agree with you. I think I might also favor the meme team composition. There's definitely a lot of synergy. All of these champions want to dive in. They've drafted the Kaisa to follow up on any kind of engage from the Diana, the Leona, the Tom Kench. That can all look pretty good. Although, I think, sitting on wards do have a pretty decent composition as well. And
Yeah,
I think they do
it's
have the
not.
scaling advantage this game for sure.
Yeah,
Vladimir plus
to a point.
Lux.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, they have 5 potential damage threats. Sure. Yeah. Like Leona is never going to deal any damage. But the game has to go for quite some time.
Sure. Yeah, we probably most likely the scaling will not matter, as it has not mattered in any of our 3 previous games this series.
Yeah. I like that meme team has a lot of plasma for Kaisa.
True.
Diana can give it. Diana, so just that's
more of
and that's actually just like a huge amount of damage. Like if you can just W somebody and then auto them one time, and then that's just enough. Like you're just dealing so much more damage. And yeah, I just like the dive. Diana just gets to go in, and Kaisa can fly into the back line, and Caitlyn's dead. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think the Diana-Leona synergy is quite potent as well.
Yeah, for sure.
They can set up for each other very easily.
Well, it's Sun and Moon, right? They're doing it.
Yeah. Maybe some people might assume that there actually would be anti-synergy there, considering they're very different celestial bodies. But if you read the lore, you would know that actually it is a very nice synergy between the Sun and the Moon. Also, generally in real life, it's something people don't usually think about, but science and stuff. Moonlight is sunlight. It's all the
exactly.
Science. Great. Love science.
Science good.
Oh yes.
But yeah, hopefully they maybe Leona can go for the lunar eclipse skin. Would be nice.
Oh, true. Some synergy.
Kais is very purple also. Trundle can certainly be purple.
I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
A lot of purple.
Yeah.
Look good, play good.
We are going to be getting into game here, guys, very, very shortly as we are finishing up the spectator delay. Game 4. Meme Team of Dreams going up against Sitting on Wards. Match point for the side of Meme Team. They're going to be looking to close this one out nice and cleanly. They do not have the synergy that we were hoping for, but they do have another Prestige Edition onto the Rift here this game. So that is going to be looking pretty good.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Still an advantage over your opponents, right? Which is really the important bit.
All right. Where are we going? Yep. And there we go. Sitting on wards. The pings are on for the invade.
Oh, looks like we're going to be opposite sides of the map here.
Two ships.
Teams looking for the same play. Yeah, but not anywhere near each other. So.
Oh, well. Now, I wonder if Sitting on wards really means it, they can just sit. They can just wait there. They can literally sit there,
I suppose they could. That would maybe be not great for the Caitlyn Lux, who are not close to their lane. So they are just going to be walking in here and getting a nice deep ward onto the enemy blue buff. So should spot out where Chobi is starting here, as he is going to be starting on the red buff, which we already know.
Yep. Let's see.
Looks like Volibear will also be starting on the red buff. So opposite side starts clearing.
I like it. I like it for Sitting on wards. Ending up bot lane. Where bot lane's going to be the focus. is,
Yeah,
I think,
definitely.
good. Oh yeah, wow! Look at Tom, man.
Oh, look at that! They got the sweeper Soviet.
I love it.
It's your favorite.
Just get sweeper. Sweeper's so good. And they shared the gold. The Mumu gets the last hit.
We've got quick level 2. It's clean.
Just generating money into the game. Like
so much value.
What gets you ahead, man.
Yeah, and we already know that getting those leads is what decides the game. So looking pretty good here as Amumu is getting licked quite a bit. He is really getting licked quite a lot there, but he is going to be okay. Does trade back decently onto the catfish, as that is a nice binding landing early on here.
Yeah, that's just that's tough. And there's just nothing you can do. Like, you literally can't deal any damage to them.
Connects again. Agassi is just on fire. The trap was a little bit slow though. Cheta, you're gonna need to keep up with your support here.
Yeah. He wasn't level 2 yet. He did as fast as he could.
Okay. My mistake. I apologize, Cheta.
Oh yeah.
Falsely accused. That's my bad.
I'm the first one to yell at my AD carries for not trapping fast enough, but you know.
Yeah,
only when they
good
actually
catch there,
don't.
Soviet.
Yeah, you know, I'm always looking bot lane.
Duckmark does have the push early on into the Vladimir here, which I think is somewhat expected. He is the melee champion, but still, Vladimir has a pretty hard time clearing those waves early into the game, as Fridge is once again getting licked. He's getting stunned up. He's getting dove on. We got Panda looking for the solo kill. One more lick. First blood.
Yep.
Tom Kench in the top lane.
Tom Kench just does so much damage for no reason. Like, it's just, God, I don't know why I love that champion so much. It's so funny. Yeah, Kaisa just can't do anything, man. It is a rough life.
Yeah, and Volibear is down here as well. So, you know, fortunately for the side of Manjuice and Matcha, they are pushed underneath our tower and thus not very gankable. So they are going to be able to stay alive for the time being, but they are falling behind, which, as we've already discussed, is very important. Fridge going in with a poorly timed bandage toss as he is getting knocked up by the pillar now. Tom Kench getting pretty low, but not low enough. That's going to be another kill onto Fridge. 0 and 2 now on the Amumu. Already used the teleport as well. That is a huge advantage in the top lane for Tom Kench.
That's a huge wave. That's just that's like 10 minions just dying. The sad mummy gets sadder.
Oh, he's very sad.
Compound it, he buys 2 control words. Oh no.
Oh, he's actually the most sad right now.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd get some kind of power spike for being sad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, it's actually the player who's sad, not necessarily
the
champion in this case.
Amumu is actually happy. He loves to be sad.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. I think that is how that works. But, you know, back to the game here. We are going to be looking at an Ocean Dragon spawning. About 20 seconds on that first dragon here. Bot lane priority, of course, currently held by the Caitlyn Lux lane. But Volibear is moving towards the top side of the map currently, so I don't expect a dragon to be started up by anybody in the very near future.
Yeah, I mean, Trundle does... Oh, we looking mid?
Oh, looking for a little bit of a gank in mid here, potentially. He's going in. Flash in! Gets the stun. Flash response from Duckmark. Builds a little bit of space. The E from Vladimir cannot connect. Is that diving back in now on the Diana. Vladimir going into the pool, but Chobi... Oh, already using the pillar. That is the flash out of Decomposition's Vladimir, though, as well as Hoppy for trying to set up that play, and they only got the 1 out of Diana. So, Team Meme trading up overall.
Yep. Good to see. Maybe that, I mean, and this is going to give the push in mid, and they somehow are pushing out the Caitlyn here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the wave just kind of bounced, but here we see the Caitlyn getting out some damage. That was Leona going in onto Agassi, who is getting quite low. Manjus is flashing underneath the tower, wanted to try and get a kill there, but is not going to be able to find it. Now we see Leona stepping on a trap, getting locked up. Would have expected Cheta to maybe continue the chase there, but only just happy with the 1 kill onto Kaisa.
Doesn't want to give a little farm, I guess. Oh, this.
Oh, Fridge, no. Oh,
we've found the counter.
0-3 on the Amumu.
Yeah.
And Tom Kench is just about to eat the entirety of Summoner's Rift.
Yeah. No dragon though. Chobi, a benevolent god.
Yet.
Just takes the scuttle, and you know, leaves. Anyway. But all right, man, I have never seen an AD carry get call so often as Prince does. He loves this item.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you can't really win the lanes, so you're just trying to farm it out. I mean, I understand, I think.
But he can't farm. He's getting zoned.
Yeah, well, that is the rub, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do there. 73 stacks remaining on the Cole.
He's going to be okay,
out eventually. As that is Duckmark going in with the Lunar Rush, but Vladimir with the pool in response. Means that Duckmark is not going to be going for anything further just yet. Volibear moving back now towards the bottom side, as is Trundle, with junglers mirroring each other's path right now.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, yeah, again, the Kai'Sa Leona just has prio here.
They do. Cool. I'm a little bit unsure how intentional this is. It seems like Caitlyn and Lux are kind of just holding the wave. They're trying to keep it over there right now. They don't have priority for a potential dragon take. It's just a question of priorities, I guess. Like, they're trying to deny Kai'Sa and Leona, and maybe set up for a gank here. It's actually Trundle who's the one who's waiting around in the river bush. With Caitlyn and Lux this far back, they are not very vulnerable to being ganked. That was a nice ward.
Yeah. But, yeah, Chobi just gets to smack this ward. I mean, well... Oh, he's coming back, but Volibear's here.
Ooh, you got the binding connecting onto Kai'Sa. It's going to make it tough to follow up on that engage, but Agassi is getting extremely low. He has no way out. He's going to get cleaned up here. Kill going over to Manjuice, his first of the game. Chobi not giving up on that bot lane play, able to find it in the end. They are going to be able to rotate up towards that dragon.
So, this is Drake.
Absolutely. Decomposition trying to get the push out here in mid, but not able to do a whole lot right now.
At least, is Tom just soloing this Rift Herald?
Oh, he might be. He did.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, that is going to be a Volibear E, not quite connecting. But the Trundle Pillar is also not going to do a whole lot, so everybody's going to walk away from that one. But guess who's here? It's the Catfish, and Decomposition, I don't think, has pool, and that is going to mean a dead Vladimir. Fridge is here, but it's a little bit too late. And, I think he just kind of bandage-tossed his way into 3 members of Meme Team, and that is not going to work out super well for him. He's going to flash over the wall, but Chobi also has Flash, and that is going to mean Amumu dies eventually. Meanwhile, bot lane, Cheetah and Agassi have regained control, but top side is definitely falling apart a little bit here.
Yeah.
For the first time this match, Soviet, we might see the winning bot lane lose the game.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, when
it does happen once in a while.
Yeah. Win lane lose game is a favorite of mine.
Oh, you like that strategy?
Oh, dude, I love it.
Nice. Glad that works out for you.
Yeah.
Panda just continuing to happily eat these minions up here. There's really not a whole lot that Amumu can do about it. Just gonna have to collect whatever CS he is given by the Catfish.
Yeah.
As there's Rift Herald getting summoned up.
Plates too.
Yeah, he has taken one already by hand, and spamming the taunt there on the Catfish. Continuing to outplay mentally.
Yeah. The mind, the greatest battleground.
So, I mean, we're already looking at about a 2k gold lead here for the side of Meme Team Soviet. And, Killer Instinct in. Cheetah maybe in a little bit of trouble here. Flash in. Cheetah, or Duckmark going for it. But now, that's a flash away from Caitlyn. Is he able to stay alive underneath the tower there? That's a nice Kai'Sa W. Getting Cheddar very, very low. But the Caitlyn to survive for now did cost him both summoner spells. But at least he survived that 3-man play. It was flash off of Duckmark and the heal from Prince as well.
And was it also Leona Flash? She doesn't have Flash.
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
I don't actually know. Yeah.
I think there were a couple of flashes used there for the meme team. I think you're right.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Oh, going in now. Dugmark in mid lane. Decomposition has the pool. He's using it now. But Diana still has the ultimate available. There's the flash. Yep. Forcing out that flash for Decomposition. Almost dies anyway to the Ignite.
Yeah, Ignite. Yeah.
But is able to survive there just barely. And Diana is not healthy enough to go for any kind of further play. But a close call there for Decomposition.
Caitlyn is in danger here. Yep.
Flash. That's a Zenith blade in. Cheddar is ignited. He's chopped. He's dead. Kill goes over to Matcha thanks to that ignite, but really the kill acquired is what meme team was looking for there.
Yeah, it is all it's all going their way. I mean, if you take top lane out of it, the game is pretty even.
Chobi's not done either. That Lux is looking pretty vulnerable underneath that tower, all by her lonesome. Nobody there to help her out. Oh no! Just got devoured again. Oh no, Fridge, get out of there! No, that catfish! He's too tanky. You can't fight. Oh, he manages to get out with the curse of the sad mummy.
Yep.
But I don't think that tower is going to protect you, little friend. No. You're going to have to go back to base and probably lose that one altogether. Assuming Demolish is the rune of choice for Panda.
I think it might be. Nope.
If it's not, I don't know if he'll actually be able to take this full tower. He does not have enough minions to actually finish this one off.
It's just another plate. Yeah.
Is, still pretty good. I think he's going to be pretty happy about that one, as Decomposition is going into the pool, as that is Javi going in with the Volibear ultimate. The Lux ultimate dodged away, Duckmark dashing back to the minions, but that is right back into the arms of Vladimir, and the kill is successfully given over. Decomposition was able to pick up his first this game. Duckmark tried to go for the outplay, but I think he ended up outplaying himself a little bit.
Yeah. Which happens sometimes, sometimes you played, congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. We are looking at Dragon number 2 spawning, 15 seconds, and dead mid laner for meme team is going to make a contest on this one a bit difficult.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, Tom has teleport, Amumu doesn't. This is going to be...
That is true. The side of team sitting on wards don't really have a top laner right now, so yeah, 4v4, I suppose.
And he's got... I mean, he's walking down, but...
that is a root. That is going to be a dead Kai'Sa. Killer Instinct forward, but that is not going to save you. Headshot means Dank Cheddar picks up the kill. Yeah, I don't really know what that flash was from Andrews. That was a bit, questionable, for sure.
We can still steal.
Oh, that's a lick connecting onto Aegis with the binding. Is it going to give him enough time to walk out of there? This Tom Kench is so threatening. He's level 10. Javi's only level 8. They're going in for the Abyssal dive here. And it's canceled by the stun from the Volibear. But guess who else is here? There was enough time for Duckmark to rejoin the fight. Decomposition going into the pool, trying to get the damage out on the Vladimir. That is going to be the Diana going down, but Dragon has been secured by the side of Team Meme. And that is going to be the Vladimir eventually falling. 3-1 fight going in favor. Objective secured as well. Meme team running over this one in Game 4.
Tom Kench has a Tiamat.
Oh,
that's so funny. I love it.
I love it. Emoting earlier, honestly.
I'm telling you, yeah. I mean, like, Titanic is good or whatever if you're just trying to push the lane faster, right? So
That's true.
But I mean, I don't think I've ever seen somebody build it. He also has Swifties too, which is interesting. I'm just trying to go fast and lick people.
Yeah, that's all he wants to do. His only dream.
Yeah.
And he is having a great time. He is able to accomplish that dream many times over, actually, at this point already. As Javi is looking for something down here. We got a little bit of a 3v2 situation. Matcha and Mandrews maybe in some trouble. We are going to get the stun. No, Matcha with some good peel, but that is eventually going to be some CC coming down onto the Kai'Sa. The filter where Peacemaker cannot connect. Ace in the hole is not blocked. Matcha was doing so good until he wasn't. As the final spark is going to get him extremely low there. And he will just have to run away from that tower. So that is going to be a turret taken by the side of team sitting on wards. They are still significantly behind here in this one. You see where the top lane wave is. Tom Kench starting to threaten that tier 2.
Yeah, and suddenly, never mind. Vladimir used one ability, and all of his health was gone.
Decomposition did go for the phase rush this game, as opposed to the Aerie.
There you go.
See if it's, if it's able to work out a little bit better for him here, as his tower is not looking so hot. The Rift Herald able to take that one down extremely low. Just a couple more auto attacks are going to be enough to seal the deal there in mid lane.
Yeah. All right, Caitlyn is Kraken Slayer. I mean, that's part of the recipe for killing this Tahm Kench, but
Yeah.
I honestly don't. I really don't know if he even cares.
Yeah.
He just has so much health.
He really does, and he's so far ahead of the curve of the game right now. 2 levels up on the Caitlyn, of course, is gonna, mitigate a lot of the damage that would otherwise come through from that mythic item.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and he's just gonna just wear out this poor Amumu even more. Just running top, killing these waves. Yeah. I guess Amumu can wave clear. I mean, I think reasonably well. I guess it drains his mana quickly. But yeah. All right, so we've got, what is that even? Item even called? Abyssal Mask. Yes.
Abyssal Mask. It's okay. Diana's really the only magic damage threat. I mean, I guess Tahm Kench does magic damage as well, but mostly he just auto attacks, right? I don't really know if that's the item that is best for the Amumu in this situation. I don't know. What do you think about that item choice? We got a pillar coming down here. Give us just a second here, as I guess he is going golden, but I think he is just a dead Lux walk-in, as he will get claimed kill credit going over to Chobi's Trundle here. 2-0 and 8, actually. That is some insane kill participation for Chobi, as Duckmark getting pooled on a little bit here, but he does have the Moonfall and the Ignite for the counter engage, as the E does get the damage out, but it's not enough. Decomposition loses the 1v1 solo bolo kill for Duckmark.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. You're so damned if you do, damned if you don't with these MR items. Like, none of them are really exciting, and you're most of the time just in terms of gold efficiency, you just want just build a health item. Like, if he built chains first, that would have been better.
There's health.
Does it?
It's a health item.
Sure. But it's not an exciting health item.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he's able to pick up any more exciting items in the future there for Fridge. It's going to be a little bit difficult, as he doesn't have a whole lot of money to spend on him. So, we'll see how that goes.
I mean, and that's the major thing. Like, you're not going Abyssal item or Abyssal Mask first item unless you're getting, destroyed by magic damage. And if you're getting destroyed, you don't have the money. Like, you need to be as useful as possible with as little gold as possible. And Abyssal Mask is not how you do that.
Yeah, maybe some kind of mythic option, would have worked out a little bit better. You do have multiple damage types on meme team, so having both resistances could be a little bit more value there, but not. I mean, if you're just decided to go for it.
If you're hard losing just one person, I mean, just buy chains and just put it on him.
True. Would maybe help him stay in lane there. Although I feel like the lane is pretty much over and has been for a while, so. Maybe that also wouldn't have worked out super well, as Panda is just kind of diving right in the middle of Team Yellow here. He is getting some licks down, as the Solar Flare is not going to get a whole lot done. Tahm Kench is getting extremely low, forced to flash out Final Spark. He is able to stay alive still. Volibear has the ultimate, disabling the tower there with the Stormbringer. Matcha trying to get the CC down onto the enemy jungler. The tower has reactivated. Volibear flashing away, staying alive. That is 1 kill picked up by the side of Team Yellow. Decomposition now in some trouble, going to get chopped. Taken out 1-for-1 now is the kill count in that fight. Looks like we will be disengaging from here.
Tom lives those, by the way.
Yeah.
Vladimir and Volibear just, trying to, diving almost under 2 towers.
Flashes forward here. Pillar come down. Agassi gonna get caught out here by the Wolf Camp. The slows were too much. The Lux did not have a way to escape there. Well, it did have flash, but I guess probably thought it wouldn't save him anyways, I suppose. As we are going to be sieging a mid lane tier 2 now. 4-3 on the map. Diana going for the Moonfall, diving in, one-shots Caitlyn. Cheddar is down. Javi extremely low as well. Attack. Kaisa gets the kill. Bridges here, and Decomposition has respawned. He should be able to push back these meme team members, but the kills continue to stack up for the side of Team Green.
So Vladimir teleported to his base tower from the fountain. Interesting. Not the most valuable teleport in the world.
Value?
Yeah. And here we have a Baron.
Well, I mean, I don't think he wanted to teleport to Baron because he would die. So
yeah, certainly.
Just spend the cooldown, I guess. No reason not to.
Like we talked about earlier, if it's not on cooldown, you're doing something wrong.
There you go. So calculated play there for decomposition, using all the resources at his disposal. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be enough, as we are looking at a 10,000 gold lead now for Meme Team. Once again, they are in full control. Cloud Soul point as well. And they are going to need to commit a pretty massive throw. They're going to have to do some pretty heinous, some pretty illegal crap in order to lose this one. It would really have to be something else.
I mean, I feel like even more so than the other games that they won.
Yeah. Well, why do you say that?
I mean, this just seems even more far gone. Like, I don't see them killing Tom or Trundle. And, like, I mean, you know, and Diana's just one-shotting your backline. And, oh, by the way, you also have this Kaisa.
I see your point. As Prince is not going to be able to steal a blue buff, but does force out the smite from Javi there. It was a good attempt from the Kaisa. Although it was a bit aggressive, taking the Blast Cone over the wall now. Didn't actually know if Volibear had any assistance, but Decomposition definitely does not. As he is getting dove on by the Tom Kench. Manjuice getting a bit low here, but is going to get devoured and therefore is going to be just fine. We got the Rocket Belt. Vladimir trying to get himself away, but is not going to be successful in doing so. And now Javi jumping in to his own demise. One more auto attack from Kaisa should seal the deal. Okay, it took a couple of them, but yeah, it was the lick, actually, that finished off the bear in the end. That's two more unanswered for Meme Team. They're going to continue to push down here in this bottom lane. Things continue to fall apart.
1-3-1. 1-3-1's all they need. They can't answer. They can't answer anybody.
Absolutely.
So, just got to stand by the minions.
Only the base turrets remaining for teams sitting on wards. They're going to have to sit on more than wards. Try and come back in this one. It's not looking so good. Flash Zenith Blade can't find it. Matcha going very deep here with the Killer Instinct for the follow-up. And there's the dive in from the Tom Kench. That's going to be a kill once again onto the AD carry. Already down for Team Yellow. Javi is respawned. He's trying to get back in there. He's trying to get some damage out. We have some decently low memory. But Duckmark going back in with the Moonfall. Gets two. Does end up getting cleaned up in the end as well. Decomposition getting extremely low here. Going into the pool. Trying to survive. But Trundle will likely have to put it back up soon. Vladimir does able to survive. No, I take it back. Vladimir does go down. And even Leona survives thanks to Tom Kentra's Devour. Next to turret number 1 has fallen. Only Fridge on the very, very sad mummy is still alive. He's trying to make something happen. He's diving into these Meme Team members, but he's going to get knocked up. He's going to get taken out. The Meme Team of Dreams are your gold Spotlight Series champions.
Wow. Very, very one-sided. Very, very one-sided. Really every game. But yeah, that's how it ends.
That's how it ends.
I mean, 2 games by Tom, 0 deaths. That's kind of insane.
That is a bit insane. What do you think, Soviet? Who's your player of the series here for the Meme Team?
Man, like, you got
a lot of strong contenders there.
I gotta say top. I gotta say Drive by Panda. Like, I'm like not dying for 2 games.
Yeah, he really did smurf pretty hard on that time.
And bringing it home there in the end at like the last game with just, I mean, like,
some really nice devours there to even keep his teammates alive, not give over even a single kill in that last fight to the yellow team.
Unclog the frog, dude.
Oh, he is very much unclogged. He is in there.
Yeah. That's what I think. I mean, you know, obviously you've got Chobi is always good. You know, Duck is always killing people. But I don't know. Top laners, man. They got to win some.
Live now, everybody. So everybody out there in chat, please go ahead and vote for who you think was the MVP of this series here. And yeah, it was definitely an exciting one. We definitely had a lot of one-sided games here, Soviet. Team sitting on wards, they were able to get one victory in there, but they didn't have the juice to take on the Meme Team in the end there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not a 3-0 is nice to see. But yeah, I mean, ultimately it was the Meme Team. It was their day. I mean, they obviously played well.
Long may the memes reign.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh my, Prince is leading the MVP votes.
Okay. It's close though. It's very close.
It is close. Let's go. Early polling has Prince winning. Let's go. Come on. We need a Tom Kench, man.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like Tom Kench has a pretty strong argument for himself. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. I mean, going deathless those 2 games in a row is definitely very strong performance there from Drive By Panda.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like, I mean, that's controlling a league, like your League of Legends character for like, you know, to combine it for like 60 straight minutes, like that's insane. Like that just doesn't happen. Yeah.
It's definitely unusual, you know, we could say for sure. Maybe after Tom Kench, maybe less unusual for Tom Kench.
Yeah, he's
still, you know, very well played by Drive By Panda. And you know, I'm just remembering right now, I'm pretty sure that Drive By Panda was actually our MVP in the semifinal as well. So if he does end up securing that vote here in the finals, and that is going to be a very strong statement for the Ming Team top laner here.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's, you know, he's a very good top laner. I don't think I ever saw him play before the semis. But I like what I see. Good, you know, good stuff. And he's playing tanks. He's not playing you know, he's not just a one-dimensional player. I mean, he played the Jax the one time, right? So it's like he's got it in his pocket. But he's not you know, he's not only a weak side warrior. Yeah. But we love the weak side warrior.
Look at this. The vote is complete, and Drive By Panda will indeed be your MVP here for the grand final. So I think we are going to be getting him in here to the Discord call in order to ask him some questions about the victory here. I don't know if we want to get you know, more members of the team in here or not. I'm not really sure how we want to go about this. But, at the very least, we should get the top laner in here.
Yeah, for sure. Should I get him? Okay.
Hello again, Drive By Panda. Welcome back to the interviewing location. Congratulations on your victory here. You are officially, you and your teammates are the Gold Spotlight Series champions. Absolutely impressive stuff there. I do want to, we got some of your teammates joining here as well, looks like. Wonderful. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Congratulations on your victory tonight. And, you know, maybe we could start out with something a little bit general. Maybe Drive By Panda will get the first word here since he was voted the MVP. But how are you guys feeling after that victory?
You know, it was fun. What a fun season, you know? we got to the finals.
You did get to the finals.
And it felt like regular season.
Wow. Is that why did it feel that way? Can you elaborate?
They played a Mumu top 2 games. Kind of weird.
You thought that was pretty you didn't feel like that was sufficient competition for you, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I felt like it was kind of BM, you know?
Okay, all right. I mean, it looked okay in that first game that you played it.
Yeah, it looks great.
He got a kill. I couldn't do anything. I was like, well, there goes my lane.
We learned our lesson. We don't send Duckmark top.
Okay? If I didn't easily 3-0, okay? Every single game we've sent unstraight mid and me top, we've lost.
Yeah, so. we lose those.
Yeah, but we had to like you know, even out the odds a little bit. Also, by the way, I fucking hate playing Braum. Thank you for banning him so I could play Leona my main.
Huge.
Yo, you guys are toxic for this even out the odds garbage. You just got rolled that game. as a spectator and draft coach, so let me tell you.
Yeah, Dax our draft coach.
Big thing I do want to do is we didn't obviously get here ourselves. We have a couple backups that we want to thank as well. not Primus, but we will thank him. We also do want to thank Dak, who was the original ADC for us and our draft coach. Siamfra, who filled in for a couple games, she did amazing while she was here. And then our original backup ADC, who was Satan Darklord.
Nice.
All three of them have wins under their belt subbing for us, so we thank them for this too.
Absolutely, it was a team effort. You guys all played very well here in the final, and absolutely, I think those shout-outs are very warranted. Anybody who helped you get here is absolutely deserving of that appreciation. Love to see it. Soviet, you want to get in there for the next question?
Yeah, sure. What are you thinking? I mean, like, when you lose to a Mumu top, what happens?
All right,
Like,
I got
what
you.
do you
I
guys
got
talk
you.
about?
So here's the thing, right? I see my
Amumu. Doc, this is me. No, shut up.
You lost to a
You don't
Mumu.
get to talk. You are tilted. Okay, see? The game we lost
You tilted.
to a Mumu top, this is all because of our draft coach. Because he did not do his proper job of telling us that we could just pick the champions and just share on a Mumu top. Like, you know, if I'd played Trundle game 2, this would have been easy 3-0 sweep. Like,
That's true.
That's clean true. AF, dude. Like,
Well,
this
I mean, you picked Senna. I mean, you picked Senna support, right? So that's kind of.
I mean, the biggest problem was we didn't have like a very, let's say like we didn't have good engage. Like we had a lot of good follow-up engage. Like Ezreal Senna is really good at following up with their ults. Like Riven Jack's also very good at following up. But if you go alone, you kind of just get picked and chunked out. So it's very hard to play like that. So we made some adjustments in draft. We decided to just focus on early game
once.
and I ganked.
Once.
He left the jungle.
I mean,
you just picked Tom, right? That's it. Easy.
I mean, yeah, dude. Our top laner was popping off, dude. I gave him like one gank, and he's just like 10-0 next time I come back.
Yeah.
Chobi has reached the end of his redemption arc and ganked each lane. It's
It's
truly beautiful.
If you look
to
back,
see.
he actually waited in bushes for like longer than 3.5 seconds for like ganks and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, usually I like to be very efficient, but you know.
Yeah.
Other jungler wasn't pushing me
it's
for
kind
me,
of bittersweet because we split up like in semis last season due to a bunch of personal life stuff where we just couldn't commit to the finals. So it was really nice to kind of come back and be able to swing this one when God damn it, Chobi, shut up. But it was really nice to kind of come back and take what was originally ours anyway.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because like leading up to this game, I was trying to think. I'm like, oh wow, like if Green wins this, they're back-to-back winners. And then I was like, wait a minute, no, they didn't. They didn't actually win for the first time. So
yeah. So this was a nice little like redemption for us, and we had a couple rough spots. You know, we don't like to really like practice or do any of that stuff, but Duck does. So we actually spent this entire season giving Duck like an aneurysm every day that we could.
Nice.
Yeah. It was kind of like what drove us to go forward was like, how do we make his gaskets blow today?
So Eric Prince Manjus, he was late every day. He showed up at 7:55 every game, and Duck's just adding him 15 times in the chat. Like I'm coming, bro. Like, do I need to find a sub?
Yeah.
It's like some people just like they'll look at the chat and see that I pinged them or like I'm trying to reach them, and then they just throw their phone in the river and they're like, well, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could you possibly be doing for 10 hours?
So like in an average game, what percentage of it is Duck tilted?
It's either he's tilted
at 40%, at least 40%.
No.
If I see something around me going wrong, I'm like, oh my god.
If we're winning, he's never tilted. If we're losing, even for 1 second, he's tilted. Give up the game. I don't want to play anymore. We're done.
Yeah. It's nice to know that some things are consistent. I teamed with Duckmark like when he first joined the server, and it was the same.
I would just be like 0-0, my enemy lane 0-0, and then our bot lane is like 0-3. I'm like, what happened? It's been 1 minute.
Yeah,
we're 1 minute into the game.
Well, at least we give the person you're laning against the kill, you know.
And we also don't have to worry about points,
right.
Bro. We risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, like we limit test in finals, you know.
Right.
That's how we
for
how we do
sure.
it.
Yeah. It wasn't the Korean brain macro that carried us through the macro game. sexy for sure.
One thing we definitely noticed over here on the cast is that every team who got an advantage, every time one of the teams got an advantage in the early game, that team ended up running away with the game. The games were not very close. Like those early game leads exploded every single time.
Well,
so
yeah, and another thing, if you watched any of our games last season, we were all about the invade. We were pretty peculiar with like how we did that. A lot of teams weren't doing it last season. We exploited that a lot. Dak definitely got a lot of kills and died a lot during the last season for that. So this season it was kind of like we did a lot of it in the beginning and we kind of waited in the middle. There was a couple weeks in the middle where we didn't have our solid 5 every game, like somebody couldn't make it, so it was kind of hard to kind of get those games together. I think we only lost like 3 or 4 games the entire season, so it did work out. But we took a lot of the tricks we did that we put together last season into this season as well.
absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, and just to add on, like, I mean, about the early game ballooning, like, I was like, after game 2, I was like, you know, screw scaling, screw losing lanes. Like, I'm gonna punish this bot lane if they're gonna pick super
Kick
aggro.
me,
shove my
Vayne.
bot lane down.
Let's
Yeah,
just kill him. Let's
and they're
just
not
kill
gonna
him
win
on
the game.
cooldown.
The game was
And
clean.
I'm tired of you guys sitting back and pressing Q and poking me down all game. This shit's too boring.
Eric flashed
He's
over
an Ezreal
walls
player.
just to get there faster.
Yeah,
He didn't have his E, so he just flashes over the walls, ults, and just chases him down.
Yeah.
In the
I
Vayne
was so
game,
proud.
Matcha's just in the brush, and he R flashes on Vayne over the wall to kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there was a lot of that. I'm really good at Flash E. I'm not so good at Hex Flash E. That was kind of embarrassing. The 4 times I missed that.
You got to work on E flash, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I like being able to
dude.
control my E while I'm flashing. It's dangerous the
Ooh.
other way.
All these
Yeah.
gold scrubs can't react to E
Hashtag
flash.
support
I'll
lives
guarantee
matter.
it.
Yeah.
You got anything else for him, Soviet? What do you think?
No, I'm good.
All right, I got something to add for you. Then I'll make my own questions.
Okay, go for it.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
yeah. I would like to say Team Yellow was very disappointing. We were actually hyped to play this game. Now I was bored out of my mind. Like, dude, like, how is it that like I can just like invade and like do everything, but when I'm in a losing matchup, I never get invaded. And I just like whatever. Like, you always leave my camp stuff. Like, who cares? Like, and no one's like, you know, keeping like the proper vision or whatever. I honestly felt it was much tougher to play against Blue because they had some players who really knew how we played and liked to play, than playing against Yellow, who like clearly didn't do their research. They gave me Nocturne game 1. Like, what did you really expect? Like, I don't lose on that champion. I think everyone's seen it by now, but like, I guess if you don't look, then you just don't know.
I think Blue definitely was much closer games for sure.
Yeah,
Yellow-
Blue had
Yellow-
Pyro and Aaron, who both are like almost like green alumni. Like they play with us a lot. They know how we play.
Yellow was in the other
Yeah.
division, and they also had a pretty dominant season as far as like their games went. But I think that they weren't very good at playing from behind, perhaps. So
I mean, it certainly seemed
yeah.
that way.
because they were always ahead.
Vision was also super key. If you look at any of their games that they played prior, they are really good at roaming together and ganking together and
Yeah.
achieving objectives together. Even here, like you saw, like almost every game they were getting like the first drag or the second drag,
Yeah.
and then even the
Yeah, their
first
objective
rift.
control
They
was
had good coordination.
Yeah.
For sure.
But one of the things we did is we did our research and we saw that they did that. So one of the ways to stop that from happening is to like use wards.
Use
worked.
wards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
75
that-
gold's a
when
lot
your
of
laner's
gold, you know?
gone.
I mean, it's in their name, right? I mean, we had to make sure they had something to
Oh.
sit on. So
Yeah. Oh,
And
they were basically telling you guys how to beat them.
Yeah.
The name
exactly.
selection there. Maybe a
But
little bit of a misplay.
all meme joking aside, they did bring it out. They weren't an easy like walkover. And
no, it was easy for me.
God damn it, Chobi.
Yo, Chobi, you got rolled that one game. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know. The
I don't wanna
jungler
hear it,
really
bro.
didn't do much, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chobi with
like,
the 11-minute 0-1 Diana.
I died 4 times this series, 3 times in the loss. Okay, come on.
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, they took
Um,
us to 38 minutes and whooped our ass game too. Okay.
They did.
Actually, I
all
think
credit
we took
due to
the game for
Yellow.
38 minutes.
All credit
I don't know
to
if words that
Yellow.
game.
One
if
other.
I may,
Definitely. Oh, go ahead.
I have a question for Eric. what were the comms like when you flashed under the bottom lane tower into a Lux binding?
I can tell you what it was. Eric, don't flash.
Literally. Literally that. Literally that.
Before he flashed, I was like, Eric, don't flash for that. And then he did, and I just immediately was disappointed.
Yeah, he goes, oh
Nice.
shit.
Alright, continue.
Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, the bottom lane definitely seemed to be critical, at least for those first 3 games. All 3 of those first 3 really seemed to be decided by the bottom lanes.
Yeah, I don't think it's wise to face check bushes when you have like a Leona and a Trundle and things like that.
Yeah, sure. I could definitely see that not working out so well for the face checkers, that is. And definitely, you guys took full advantage of all the opportunities that were presented. So definitely props. I think everybody watching can agree that the best team won today. So
Yeah.
absolutely, congratulations.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, do a little
Hey,
round of
kudos to
applause.
all the gold teams in the whole summer split. All the teams that
Absolutely.
played blue and pink and,
Yeah.
and red and gray.
So we were also really hoping that we would have somehow seen Lilac in the finals. The old purple that would eventually become Lilac, we had a fun rivalry with last season, and so we were kind of hoping to kind of relive that up a little bit this season. We got a couple
Then they
good games
bitched
out
out
of
and
them.
separated, so who cares?
Yeah.
Not our problem anymore. We did our job. I'm kind of sad we dropped 1 game today and in the semis. Should have 3
Yeah,
out.
but it happens.
We gotta make
Sometimes
it
we got to limit
interesting,
test.
Well, I mean, they were good series, right? I think everyone's very prone to mistakes, Joby. And so it's natural, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
that's
talking
what
about.
makes
Koreans don't
that's
make
what
mistakes.
makes the game good. Is the mistakes we make, the improvement.
Oh,
on
Wait,
the way.
didn't I already mention that the only reason we lost our only game was because you fucked up draft? Like,
No, that was your that was
Also,
your
hey,
excuse.
We do have one more
But,
shout out, by the way. I almost forgot. So
All right, get
we
that.
actually weren't going to play this season, but we built our team around Reyna to be our ADC originally. So I do want to give a shout out to her because we kept going on for the dream. And if it wasn't for Reyna, we actually wouldn't have came back and played.
That's true. I would have never left Team Orange if Reyna didn't
yeah,
message
Eric
me
also
and
tried
ask
to
me
betray us
come.
halfway through the season. But we won't talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
I think Reyna got me on this team, to be honest.
Yeah, well, originally we had the
We-
5 number 1 roles from last season on this team when we first started when Reyna had left originally. Because we had Eric and Duckmark with me, Dak, and Chobi. So we had the original 5 number 1 spots from last season on the same team.
Wow. I mean, I guess you guys were always favored then.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the chat was doing. What is this 70-30 vote? I'm kind of sad. Like, what the hell? Like, do you not have eyes?
You gotta vote on the underdog for a good rate of return.
Yeah, yo, I cashed
only
out on myself,
Vote
man.
for the underdog
Yeah.
if if the payout is good, but 70%, like,
I vote on the other team when I play bad. It's crazy how that works.
Also, I would also like to point out my love for the Tom Kench cackling top lane for the last 2 games.
Yeah, the Tom Kench was definitely doing
He
some work.
literally
He
was
having a great
just
time.
screaming and laughing and just running people down with his tongue, and it was great.
Yeah, the Swifties are troll, but man, I just wanted to run at them, dude. Titanic
having a
Hydra.
We can
That was my
pick
solo
Tom.
queue build.
We can pick Tom Kench, but Braum is the problem that they don't want to face.
Right? Bro, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of expecting the Tom Kench ban, honestly, for that game 4.
Yeah,
but
or
that
at
did
least
not end up
switch
coming
the
through.
Leona and the Braum ban after I got 3 games with her.
In fact, what
That's,
tilted me more was that Unstraight got Tom Kench. At least, in fact, he could have picked it the entire series.
I could have picked it
But I
the
couldn't
entire
get.
season,
But I was
man.
watching him go like 7-0, and I'm like, so yeah, he gets that, but my cat is banned every.
You're a Nivea Vigar.
My Nivea, my Vagar.
Actually, Doug, their cat ban was for us.
It was for me. Top lane.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Right.
I PayPal'd him before the game and like, please ban Cat. I want to win this series.
One other thing that
also-
was. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna thank all the casters. You guys all have
Yeah.
done great this season.
Except for Soviet.
Except for Soviet.
Not me. Not me.
No.
Right,
I'm rude. I'm too rude, man.
It's okay. I was able to carry him, guys. No worries.
Yeah.
So-
It's,
so
I
you're
mean,
like
it's really hard to do analysis when every game is just a stomp.
True.
what do you
That's
mean?
true.
Just analyze the Korean brain. What is this? Free analysis.
Yeah, just
Sure,
talk to Chobi
yeah.
before and after the game, and you guys
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Also,
Chobi
why
is,
did Ryline betray us like every day, every game?
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryline.
promised
We
that
need
he
a-
was
we
gonna
need
be
a-
shoutcasting either the finals and the semifinals for us, and he lied to us, and we're
We need to
sad.
get our torches out.
We're sad. We're
I'm sure
heartbroken.
he'll
I
be able
think I'm gonna
to
have to
track them
unfriend him
down.
on League.
We
It's
played our hearts
unacceptable.
out for Ryan in this game. We even tagged him before the game started in our Discord, like all of
This
us.
one's for you, Ryline.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch. Well, I think I saw him in chat. I think he was watching. I think
Yeah.
he saw
Yeah,
him.
he was
He
in
was watching.
chat.
Maybe
So
next
he was
season
with
will
you
be
guys in
Ryan's memes.
Yeah, it won't be.
The memes certainly were victorious. The memes and the dreams reigning supreme here in the Team Gap League. But yeah, anybody else here from the championship squad? You guys have any more shout outs? Anything else you wanted to add?
Yes.
I'll add one more thing.
Okay.
You know, I've been playing this game since like season 3, and I gotta say, tonight I never wanted to win a League of Legends match so goddamn bad in my life.
Okay.
That's why.
whole-
That's why he
this
ran
whole-
bot lane and died before Dragon.
This past 12 weeks have been a little bit, you know, turbulent as far as just league and life in general. But you know, we've had a great squad here, the 5 of us. We had some ups and downs, but overall, it's been a really awesome season. Been wonderful to play with everybody on this team. So
Wow.
You're it. I think that teamwork really showed through today. So absolutely props to all you guys. Love to hear about that. That team camaraderie developing nicely. It's very nice to hear, of course. And thank you guys for some good games here. Soviet, you got anything else here for everybody?
No, I'm done, man.
Oh, can I just add one quick thing?
Of course.
I would like
God
to say I am
damn it.
way too toxic to finish this season, so I would like to pass it off to the least toxic player I know, which is our draft coach, Dak, to finish us out for Team Green. Dak, you have the floor, my guy.
I was gonna ask if Andre wanted to say anything because he's been a little quiet after being voted MVP. But yeah, I'm happy to throw some last words. Yeah, I mean it's been a great league. I think above all else, I've loved to see how the community has grown, especially even just within our chat. We mentioned a little bit of adversity here and there, a little bit of high blood pressure and tensions that we managed to overcome above everything else, and really, really proud of everyone for that. Um, I just love seeing people able to enjoy the game, overcome that tilt and actually play the game to be competitive and to really enjoy the sport of it.
I want to say
And
that Chobi's grown since our first game last season when you stopped him from tilting, but I think he actually got worse.
that's a possibility.
I don't
Yeah,
tilt
I
anymore,
have a
though.
question. I don't think anyone knows. Maybe the casters know. What no one knows what the prize is.
Yeah, what do I win,
That's a
man?
good question. I mean, hey,
Especially
I
for
got
getting
think-
MVP.
I think we get
In
to be
2
toxic
games?
for the next season without getting banned from the Discord.
Okay,
That's our
not a
prize.
single person I hate.
Sure. Yeah.
That will be figured out soon.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure
Prize is on
exactly
the way?
when, but should be discussed with the execs between us a little bit.
Oh, that's
soon.
another shout out. Wookie, who's actually subbed with us when we were practicing on several games earlier this season. Dude, I completely forgot. What's up? We get a shout out to you too, because you helped us
Aw.
not be as bad.
Wait,
So
I really did? Did I
actually
really sub?
so-
No, I just wanted to give you a good shout out though.
No, you played Clash with us.
Oh yeah,
We won
yeah.
it.
We
won
won
it.
Clash.
Absolutely cracked.
Yeah.
That was
Huge.
fun. Definitely.
Shout
Thank
out to
you.
Wookie as well for helping run the stream tonight. It's always
Oh,
nice
yeah.
when the casters don't have to worry about actually hosting. So definitely good looks there as well.
I appreciate it, guys.
You do so much work for the Team Gap League. It's only right that you get a shout out here.
And
Yeah,
shout out to
final
Haya,
stream.
who's been doing great.
All the execs definitely putting forth some good work.
Not all of them.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about all.
I should say the
That's in my
new
head right
ones.
now. I don't know. I don't know.
There's a
if
mass
I'll
ban
probably
coming.
get kicked before I finished, but it's fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
Chobi got kicked halfway through playoffs. So, that's
Why am I
fine.
not surprised?
I think I got promoted like twice during the split. So, but yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good vibes all around here. I think we are pretty much done here. So that was everything that we had planned. Team Gap Gold Spotlight Series here. The Meme Team of Dreams, of course, did end up walking away with first place. Prize should be, on the way. We're going to figure that out at a later date, I do suppose. But well played by them either way. Well played by Team Sitting on Words as well. Put up an honorable fight, despite what some here in the Discord call would have you believe. But from myself, from everybody here at Team Gap, thank you all out there on Twitch very, very much for watching. We appreciate y'all very much. And take care. See you next time.